Why is incest bad though?
You're an idiot. This is what it's called. You're an idiot, they'll say to us, unprompted, without any... Mari Karambu Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime. And this is episode 179 of AniPro. That's... Yeah, no. Yeah. Was that 79? I don't know. I couldn't quite see your hands, Mike. Who cares anymore at this point? On this week's episode, we are doing our mid-season check-in. One of my favorite types of episodes to do because I just have to watch anime. Truly an anime podcast's ultimate type of episode. Just talk about as many shows as we can.
Absolutely. This and like our reviews, I feel like are like, you don't get more anime podcasts than reviewing an anime, or essentially, I guess we're doing like a mini review of every show we're watching.
Review.
Yeah, they're like rapid fire reviews for all the shows this season, and like, I guess we're kind of recommending them. I don't know, but like you said, this is like anime podcaster stuff here. This is like what flows through my veins. This is what I wake up in the middle of the night sweating thinking about because I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. But also scared.
The seasonal stuff is always really exciting because like it's all the new shows that you could be watching. So like, we talk about it all the time during the preview, but like. These are, I think, our best episodes.
I agree.
Best episodes, yeah.
And I think the seasonal previews we do are fun because I always think of it like we have it kind of structured like the like sports stuff as well a little bit because like the preseason or like before the season begins is like everyone's so hopeful. Like all these shows could be great. You don't know. And then this one, it's like all right, it's that cat's out of the bag. We know what we're actually looking at. And you can have some fun reactions to stuff, you know? Like if you were super excited for something and it was real bad, Uzumaki or something like that, all of a sudden it's, you have a fun time saying, listen,
this sucks.
They this one up. That's
it ain't it.
Yeah.
It ain't it.
This one
this ain't it, Chief.
Yeah. But there are some shows here that are it, and there's some shows that maybe aren't it. So we'll talk about those. Before we talk about them, though, I do have to say the obligatory subscribe, leave a like, all of that stuff. Please, if you would, that would be very helpful. And of course, I also have to ask you to, obligatorily, I don't actually care, but I feel like it's just the standard practice at this point. How are you guys doing? Jay, what's new with you?
So, have either of you guys heard of a game that came out recently called Clair Obscur Expedition 33?
Oh, Jay. Yes, I have.
I
want it so bad, Jay. I want it so bad, Jay.
So, we're going to talk about my current obsession with trying to find a physical copy of this game. Because I have looked. I haven't been able to play it yet because everywhere in our city is sold out.
Okay.
So like every day I wake up, I literally check every store that sells video games in the city to see did they get a restock.
Now, Jay, I do have a solution for you, and I don't think you're gonna like it though.
What's the solution?
There's this thing called like the digital store, the internet.
Yeah, but I don't want to be. I'm not comfortable with the fact that I don't actually own my games.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm certainly not going to argue against you because I also like to own physical copies of games.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of this game. What is this?
Oh, it's turn. You wouldn't like it. It's turn-based. It's turn-based.
I don't mind turn-based.
It's a turn-based RPG made in France, and it's got like a star-studded cast in it as well, like Charlie Cox.
Yeah, I see that.
Let me get
everybody's reacting to it saying like this is
Andy
like
Serkis.
the pinnacle and the evolution of like what turn-based RPGs is going to be. Like this is
I am so out of the loop. How have I like not even This is the first I'm hearing of this game.
Really? Oh,
yes.
My algorithm instantly I didn't even have to look for this game. It came to me. My algorithm was like, listen, there's this game.
You need to know.
Everyone's comparing it to Final Fantasy but saying it's like it's like they remade Final Fantasy, like the original ones, the turn-based ones, but into like a more modern theme and didn't go the direction of what actual Final Fantasy did of the action RPG. Am I correct in saying that? Well, Jay, you haven't played it either, so I don't...
It says It says it took inspiration from Japanese RPGs such as Final Fantasy and the Persona series. I mean, yeah, I don't like either of those kinds of games. I get what you guys are saying now. Yeah, totally.
And then like it's kind of got like that Paper Mario aspect to it, where like it's much more interactive with its turn based.
Okay.
So like there's like action commands you have to do when you do attacks, or like you can dodge and parry enemy attacks. So like it's much more engaging of a turn based style than something like Final Fantasy or like Persona.
Well, I played the ultimate role-playing game, and I'm sure I'll talk about that in a few minutes.
God. God.
Oh God.
I'm scared of what it is. But yeah, Jay, I also really want to play this game. I look forward to playing it in like 2 or 3 years for $30.
Yeah, but that
gamer
is the
does.
nice thing about this game. It's not full price. They're selling it at like $64.
Wow.
Oh, baby. Oh, Mike, you're never going to get it cheaper. This game is never going on sale.
Does it get any better? Does it get any better, Jay? Do you have some extra news for us here? Is this like does it give you like extra money when you buy it too? Like, or
Well, I mean, it technically does because you're saving a little bit of money when you buy it. So
you can go out and buy another game.
Okay.
Yeah,
like, that's true. With the $15 you save, yeah. Actually, no, games are like $100 now.
Yeah.
Did you see that Xbox like literally raised the price of the Xbox like this weekend?
Yeah.
It was just like, Xbox is just more expensive now. Suck it.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, buy it.
Yeah. Will you please buy this, please?
Yeah.
It's more expensive now.
My question for Microsoft is, how many people have bought an Xbox already?
Yeah.
Or like, if people were on the fence, do you think that raising the prices is going to make them want to buy it more?
Listen, they're real confident about this price.
Yeah. We know you guys were not buying this before. What if we raised the price?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a quality product. It's exclusive now. Yeah.
Also, they just introduced like a sales tactic of everything's an Xbox now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like,
why buy an Xbox?
Why buy an Xbox? It's called Game Pass.
Yeah, everything runs Game Pass. Like I've played Game Pass on my computer. That's what I played Doom on, and it was great. Yeah, but it's like, this is just, there's no reason for me to buy an Xbox now. I have a PC. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway. Xbox game prices, I guess what was on my mind. Cole, what game were you playing?
I was about to say, Mike, what's on your mind? But
well,
I sort of jumped in there. I interrupted with what's on my mind.
Yeah. The Xbox price going up just hurts Mike because he used to be an Xbox guy.
I did used to be.
He's also green like Xbox today.
Yeah, he's green boy.
That's true. Green. And Jay, you're blue, and Cole, you're red.
Oh, that's weird.
Interesting.
We're like Power Rangers.
Yeah, we're like Power Rangers or something. Yeah.
Interesting.
There was
Stop beating around the bush. Tell me about your didn't you have some sort of simulation you were living in or something?
Yeah, farming simulation.
Again?
Whoa, we're back, baby.
He's back.
We're so back. And what more could I possibly say about Farming Simulator that hasn't been said?
Genuinely.
It's truly the pinnacle of farming simulation.
Are you enjoying your rice farming or whatever the hell was the new feature in this game?
I'm doing. I was harvesting wheat. I was harvesting wheat today. Yeah. So I swathed it, and now I'm combining it.
Did I tell you I tried? I saw through Netflix you could have access to like a bunch of games on your phone.
Mm.
So I do have games on my phone, and one of them was Farming Simulator 24, 20. I don't remember what it is.
One of the mobile ones, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And I tried playing it. And I got as far as driving my tractor into my grain mill or my grain bin. Yeah. And then I couldn't really figure anything out. And I was like, I'm done with this. And I deleted it.
Yeah. No, it takes a special kind of moron to truly appreciate Farming Simulator.
I was just like, I can't figure this out. It's very boring already. I'm going to
Your brain is too big.
I'm going to go back to playing Hatsune Miku, I think. It's a little more stimulating. Yeah.
Luckily, my brain is the size of a walnut, so I
cool.
It.
Speaking of mobile games, that
I was just about to bring it up.
Oh,
Did you hear about Umamusume getting a release date over here in English speaking countries?
Oh boy, did I! Don't worry, I've already pre-signed up. It's ready to download once it comes out on my phone.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
I'm hyped. Of course you did.
I'm hyped. I am hyped.
Can I show you something else, Cole?
Yeah.
This is my Google Play.
Yeah.
I am also pre-registered for Umamusume because I'm excited for it. That's a lot of fun. Jay, join us. Join us, Jay.
No, I just enjoy I just enjoy Cinderella Grey. That's
yeah, but what if you could be whatever her name is, Oguri Peaks trainer,
Oguri Cap,
whatever,
Peak,
Kitahara.
Yeah. What if
I
that was
want to be
you?
Kitahara. I want him to be his own person.
Yeah, but what if you were him?
But I don't want to be.
And you were
him.
training Oguri Cap.
Yeah.
What would probably be valuable, actually, rather than convincing Jay to thirst over a fictional horse girl, would maybe be Cole explaining, because you've played this game. What is this for us laymen like me and Jay, who have not yet played this game, but will play it like me and Jay?
It's a very interesting game because, like, I didn't know what it was before, and I thought, like, okay, is it like a rhythm game? Is it like what is it? It's a very unique mobile game. You collect your horses, of course. There's the gotcha element to it.
Yeah.
That's where the
and
money
then
comes from.
you train them essentially. So you go through like rounds of training, and then they race, and you don't really do anything while they're racing other than just watch them. And then I don't know. It's difficult to explain because, like I said, there's nothing really like it.
That's kind of my impression of it. Because like I don't really know what I'd compare it to, so I'm kind of like I'm curious about it, and I do like a mobile game that doesn't take a lot of attention. Because mobile games to me are like I don't want to have to look at my phone every second I'm playing the mobile game. I want to play it while I'm watching a TV show or like a hockey game or something.
Right.
And that sounds like this is perfect for that.
It is.
So I'm in danger. I'm in danger, I think is what I'm saying.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully when I get the English version, I'm as lucky as I was with the Japanese version that I managed to get on my phone, and I get gold ship immediately, like first pull. I got
well,
gold ship.
your gacha luck is godlike, so
that is true. It is legendary.
Yeah.
But I've kind of lost it a little bit. That's maybe it's coming back.
He says I've kind of lost it a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Immediately.
Yeah, that is true, actually. Yeah, you reminded me. I am really good at gacha games.
Actually, now that you mention it, I am really good and strong.
Yeah, and powerful. And
now that you mention it, I am amazing. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, thank you.
We're just here to pump your tires, bro.
Yeah. Before we start talking about shows, actually, I think we should just present a little disclaimer. Because there are some pretty popular shows that none of us are watching.
Yes.
Yet? Or maybe we've seen some of it, or maybe we have anything to say about these shows. Fire Force Season 3, none of us have watched even a second of it. And I'm not seeing anything about it anywhere. Is anyone...
I've just seen people thirsting over the one character whose clothes always fall off, the lucky Letcher girl or whatever. But that's just horny people hornying is all.
Yeah, that's just kind of the Fire Force fandom all the time.
That's standard. Yeah,
standard.
It's either her or the gorilla girl.
I
prefer that
one.
I prefer that one.
2 fell off for me, so I kind of.
There's also like a couple of shows this season for thirsting, and I feel like the people who want to thirst are watching that anyway.
That's a good point.
Those will come up
this
later.
This is a good etchy season.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Those will come up later. Windbreaker Season 2. Any of us watching that one?
No. I am caught up on the manga, so like I know what happens.
And you're not interested enough to watch it in animated format, though.
I've watched the first season, and the second season just... I think between me and Jay, we can summarize what the second season is going to be. Really pretty fights between pretty boys and their angsty teenagers, but they're fighting for good angsty teenagers.
And friendship.
Yeah. and friendship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like this
And
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And Jay, I think they introduced some character that's beloved earlier this season too. I'm not sure, but
I
don't know.
think so. Yeah.
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 Go-Go Loser Ranger season 2. I think a show that all three of us are interested in, but we haven't watched any of it.
Disney Plus Gate is a thing.
It is a thing.
That's what happened to me too. I'm just gonna get a 1 month of Disney Plus at the end of the season.
That's my plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will watch this one. That's just I haven't got there yet.
Yeah. And I think you should too, for the record.
Yes.
Just especially as someone
Like me
who's
or the
caught
listener?
up on the manga, the listener.
Everyone.
Okay.
I'm caught up on the manga, and like the stuff that's happening in season 2 is like really, really good, and the manga just keeps getting better. So, definitely follow Go-Go Loser Ranger.
Yeah. And then the last one I think we'll mention before we start getting into shows that we actually watched. Black Butler Emerald Witch Arc. Never been a Black Butler guy, so I'm not.
Maybe we should get on that at some point.
I really think so too. Like I've seen so much about it and people really like it, but like I've never really had the chance to just dive into it. Like I think if I didn't have this
anime review it at
podcast,
some point.
yeah,
Maybe.
it's maybe a good idea. But
Maybe.
I think it's a long first season, isn't it? Anyway,
I think it's a
couldn't tell
2-core
you.
show.
Is it
24? Yeah, we've done that
Oh, okay.
before. I believe in
Yeah, that's
us.
true.
I believe we could do
Yeah.
it. I'm
We are
ready for a
strong.
new obsession. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So those are the shows that we're not watching. So I don't want to see anybody in the comments saying you didn't bring up Fire Force season 3. Yeah. Well, we did now, and that's it. Yeah. But
At least for like
if you're
the
watching
very
it, let us
popular
know.
shows. Yeah. At least for like the very popular sequels that are out this season. But there's definitely shows where like there's no way we're watched all the shows, but like we've watched between the three of us, we've watched a couple anime this season. I'll tell you that.
We
quite
watched
a long
some
list.
shows.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite the long
Also,
list.
just keep this in mind before you go down to the comments and go, "Hey, you didn't watch you didn't talk about this show." Guess what? Yes, we did. Those are the only shows we haven't watched.
Yeah, just keep watching to the end.
Yeah,
Just keep watching to the end.
We'll probably
you got to
talk-
watch all the way to the end. Yeah, we'll just list every show at the end.
Okay, let's start talking about shows that we did watch, though. We'll start with sequels or continuing / existing properties, stuff like that. So the first one I want to bring up is The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. I'm watching it. I am almost current on it. I haven't watched this week's episode, but have either of you partaked in Mau Mau? No?
Oh, Jay holds up a skull and crossbones. I don't think Jay's even partaken in original Mau Mau.
I started it. I dropped it though.
Oh, God, that hurts my heart. I am
The
current.
question was mainly for
I've
you.
already been
I know.
executed for this.
No, I wanted to execute you again. for
Yeah,
this. This is
yeah.
such a good show.
Yeah.
But I feel like the cool thing about season 2 is like sometimes when we do these continuing or sequel shows, Cole, I feel like all we really say is, yeah, it's more of the first season, which is I feel like all I'm going to say about like if I was talking about Windbreaker, for example, it's more of the first season. Yeah. I feel like this second season or second core of Apothecary Diaries is actually deviating from the formula a little bit. Like it's kind of going into like other characters are stepping up and doing things that, like the script is flipped a little bit, which I'm really enjoying actually.
Much more political intrigue in this season, where the first season had some for sure. Yeah. But this one, like it's much more in the forefront about like who people are, different character reveals, actually well done character reveals where you look back and you're like, oh yeah, of course. All of the clues were there. It makes sense. Like nothing's kind of an ass pull, you know, it's good. I am thoroughly enjoying Apothecary Diaries. That's
I agree.
Really, really good.
And like, if you're not checking it out, it starts like the first season starts out with just like, it's kind of more like Monster of the Week. It's just, or Mystery of the Week, I guess. Kind of, it's like Sherlock Holmesy a little bit. Yeah. And the second season, it's kind of like they've established the characters and now they're kind of like, hey, we can get into the story we actually want to tell here a little bit. There's a little
it's
more
becoming less episodic and more arcy. There's whole arc going on. Continuing... Yes,
absolutely.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Difficult one to not continue, Jay.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know how I
managed to
could
do it.
possibly drop this one.
Do I recommend that people check this one out? 100%. Well, it's difficult because I think like if you were interested in Apothecary Diaries, you're probably already watching it. It is a very popular show. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, I would say give it a shot. Maybe you'll be like Jay. Maybe it's not for you. But it is for me, and I would recommend it. Do you echo my opinion, Mike?
Yes, identically.
I have nothing more to add. Here's a show that all three of us are actually watching.
Hey.
Surprisingly,
Yes.
Mike, what's next on our list?
Well, it's in green on our document here. That means I have to introduce this one, and that's Mobile Suit Gundam. And the official way to pronounce the name is GQuuuuuuX.
GQuuuuuuX.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, tell me.
You're wondering,
like this
obviously, what is this show even? And yes, I do enjoy it. It's the latest installment in the long running Gundam franchise. It has except the difference is it's like very Studio Trigger-y and Gainax-y a little bit because it has a lot of overlap with like Evangelion. A lot of the character designs are done by the guy who did a lot of, I think it was the Sword and Shield Pokemon designs.
Yeah,
and like character. I think the character designs from Sword and Shield mostly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's one guy who straight up just looks like Lieutenant
Lieutenant Dan.
Chairman Rose.
They also did a lot of, or they did the character designs for the novel of Katanagatari, if you know what that is.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's like a very stylized take on Gundam. It kind of leans more into the like fooly-cooly Gainax-iness of it a lot of the times, where it's like we're less concerned with being a real robot, so we're diving a little bit into the super robot side of Gundam a little bit.
Yeah, it's Gundam,
which is like good,
you know?
which is good. It definitely, and it takes place in Universal Century, but like an alternate timeline. So it has something for everybody. It has like for the Gundam nerds like me who are like even know what the Universal Century is and how this ties into it and how it's an alternate history. Like I can geek out over that. Or how there's a Gelgoog that looks like a GM because of the alternate history stuff. And it's like, whoa, that's crazy. Or if you just like kind of cute anime girls fighting in big robots or kind of having like these cute like moments together and stuff like that, it's good for that. There's lots of drama as well.
Or classic Gundam, if you want morally gray conclusions to battles.
Yeah.
This week. Then it's like, oh right, this is Gundam. Like it's not just cutesy. It's like maybe there was an alternate way to finish this instead of doing what they did. Yeah.
Slowly turning on the beam saber.
But
there's also
but then they did that. And then
it Mike kind of touched on this, but like I'd say like these character designs are probably some of the best character designs of the season. Like they are
100%.
They are absolutely gorgeous with like such vibrant colors, unique looks, and just everything about them just pops.
I am so glad that we were proven right. Well, I was proven right. I don't know if Mike felt the same way. Everybody was complaining about how like, oh, it's too cute. Like the main girl is like too cute. It's not Gundam. This isn't my Gundam.
Did they watch
shut up?
We
were right.
Soletta Mercury is
so
and then
cute.
also episode 2 is literally all about Char, and it's like like it's literally a 1-to-1 recreation of the style of like OG Gundam.
Yeah, even with like the OG like sound effects and soundtrack, which was like awesome. Chef's kiss. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But also kind of confusing. If you're going to check this one out, don't get too confused. Don't worry too much about episode 2. It's kind of it's kind of there for the old timers like me who are like, oh, cool, Char, and it's explaining the setup. But honestly, it's kind of an irrelevant episode for the most of what I've seen so far.
Yeah, they could have left it just ambiguous. Or if you're gonna watch it, have a friend who knows Gundam, right, Jay?
Yes.
Then you can ask them.
Or just ask us. Come to our Discord and ask us. We'll explain.
That is the one thing I will say. If you're new to Gundam, there are some things that might like lose you a little bit, just because like it. There's a little bit of this show that kind of expects you to know what is going on in that universe, but as long as you have someone to explain it to you, then it's like, okay, whatever. Let's keep going.
What is a Minovsky particle? What is a Psychomu?
Yeah.
I think you can get by without knowing that stuff too, though. I really do.
Yeah.
Like
It's,
you get more
it's fairly
enjoyment for knowing.
accessible. Yeah.
But yeah.
Like a lot of the terminology I get because like content, like you just understand through context.
Context. Yeah.
Like
but
the Minovsky particle thing, for example, like you kind of can tell, like you don't really need to know what that is exactly. You can just know, oh, okay, they're not there, so obviously it's not they haven't done war yet, really. It's
Yeah. It's not like a pretext to an actual battle.
I just think like it's more like, oh, they're introducing these ideas, and I'm more so talking about episode 2 here, but it's like they're introducing these things. I wish I knew what they were talking about, because like I feel like I'd be really excited about it.
Well, Jay, do I have the series for you? There are hundreds of hours of content available that will help you understand.
Yeah, or you could just like go to like
Google.
a wiki and
I
look it up.
I'm just saying, I'm saying this for the sake of the person going, I've never seen a Gundam before.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
What like how do I watch?
Yeah. I think all three of us are probably continuing this one. And I think all three of us recommend people check it out as well. If I'm picking what you guys are putting down a little bit,
I'd recommend it with an asterisk, because like I feel like if you're going in completely blind, maybe have a wiki open, because
or just know that episode 2 is kind of off.
Like just kind of like expect there might be a chance you not get lost, but like you might not be as up to speed as you could be.
Yeah. But like, but I feel like that's okay. You'll figure it out in the end. You'll figure it out in the end.
It'll all come
also,
together.
the shot composition in that show is so flippin' good. Moving on. Jay, I think you have to tell us about your continuing show.
So my continuing show, Shoshimin Season 2. We're back, baby.
After such a long wait.
After I think it's literally been a year since the last season.
Oh, really?
Has it been that long? I thought it was like a season.
I thought
it was like last fall or something. Yeah.
No.
Oh my god. Time flies, man. Time flies.
Yeah, it's insane. But this show's really, really good. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Shoshimin. If you watch season 1 and you're like, I'm not into the monster of the week, the episodic mystery thing. Season 1's kind of more of an introduction to the characters, and like who they are, what their deal is, and all that stuff. And then season 1 kind of ends with Holmes finding his Moriarty, and then season 2's kind of like more of that like serialized narrative, where it has an ongoing arc. And Moriarty's making some moves.
Okay, so it is similar to the Apothecary Diaries in that sense, then too.
Yeah,
like the first part of it is pretty like we say, monster of the week, and then now we're kind of moving into like an overarching story. Serialization, like you said.
Which it kind of makes sense, because like you set up the characters while doing the monster of the week stuff, and then you can kind of expand from then, right?
Is it still as well shot as the first season was?
Oh, 100%. I think the direction and everything is just kind of carried over from season 1, and you know, now we're just in the writing is all coming together, and it's just a great show. If you dropped off on season 1, especially like for the ending of season 1, like go check that out, because like it was genuinely a really good ending to the season. Because kind of everything gets revealed there, of like I said, Holmes finds his Moriarty, and you find out who that is at the end of season 1, and season 2 just kind of picks up from there.
Maybe I should recheck that out. I only watched the first episode. I think do you think it would probably be a better binge than it was?
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
Maybe
like
maybe I'll give it another shot.
Yeah. If you have been kind of on the fence on this show, or just like not really hearing a lot, definitely check out Shoshimin. It's absolutely worth your time. Especially if you like that mystery well shot and directed show.
So, just are you going to continue this one, Jay? Or it doesn't really sound like you are, right?
Yeah, I know I made it sound a little ambiguous on whether or not I'd be continuing it, but just to set the record straight for everyone who couldn't figure it out. Yes, I'm continuing this show.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Jay might like this show. He might like this show a little.
And obviously, you're recommending people check it out as well. You kind of already said that. Yeah. Oh, the next one is red. That means it's for me. Aharen-san is Indecipherable, season 2. Jay, I'm not even going to bother asking you because for some reason you've got like.
Don't you dare ask him. Because I don't want his negative Nelly stuff.
Yeah, you've got like a hate on for this show, but Mike
I could be the dissenting voice for this show.
You can, yeah, but not for this show. It's too warm, it's too cute, it's too fuzzy, it's too funny too. Like I forgot how funny the show was. Mike, you're watching this. I know you are.
Oh yeah.
It's difficult to like explain. Aharen-san is just very, very quiet and kind of like gets up in people's personal space, but not in like an aggressive way. Just kind of that's how she is.
Well, she has to because otherwise they won't hear her.
Yeah.
She's she's neurodivergent that way.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And then Rido, her lovely companion, is just like this like extreme like bizarro dude who just like comes up with these crazy scenarios in his head. And then like oftentimes the joke is, oh no, it's obviously not that.
Yeah, but then sometimes he thinks, okay, no, I'm getting ahead of myself, and then tables turn. Anyway, that was the most recent episode. It's just cute. It is what are these kind of shows called? I always forget.
Yashike.
Yeah, just perfect Yashike. There's no like stakes in this. It's just throw this on, have a nice soft time, and go to bed.
Yeah, I will say
that's how I
like,
treat this show. Yeah,
that's a great way to do it because it's like the characters are very monotone and like it is over the top and silly, but at the same time it's like very chill. At the same time, it's kind of like Jay. I think we recorded a bonus episode that Jay wanted the vibe was to be like super chill but also exciting.
Yeah,
and that's kind of this show a little bit.
But like exactly. Yeah.
The second episode of this season genuinely might be like one of my favorite episodes of this season. Period. Like the Animal Crossing one.
Oh yeah.
It's all about like gaming, and they go into like Animal Crossing, and then they go into the different world, and it's like cyberpunk. And I don't know. I just thought that was so funny.
It's just a very unique show. Again, very bizarre. But I love this show. I'm definitely continuing.
Yeah, me
Mike,
too.
you're continuing. And I would say check it out. If you like Yashike, this one does it well. It's
comedy.
Or comedy.
Cute
like the cast of characters too.
Comedy.
I'm going to be a little bit of a dissenting voice because I've heard other people talking about this as well. I've heard a couple of people getting bored with this show just because like it's kind of the same idea over and over again.
Yeah, kind of. I guess.
Kind of get that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's borderline a gag manga as well, or gag anime, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just charming enough that it holds me. Whereas like something like, for example, Nokotan a few seasons ago just didn't have that same like cutesy charm.
There's no charm to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it had its charm.
Nokotan's also like It feels like a kid on too much sugar. Is how I'll put Nokotan, which like it's that is a bit more of an extreme. Like, okay, I've had enough of you.
Yeah,
you were cute for the first couple minutes, but now like you're too hyper. Go sit in the corner.
Yeah.
With this one, I think probably the move would be I'd recommend people check out if they haven't checked out the first season, just check out a couple episodes. You can tell what it is right away, and kind of like Jay said, like it really does stay pretty well the same the whole way through.
Yeah. The other thing I'll say about the show is I've never binged it, so I don't know how good of a binge this show would be.
Yeah,
it's good. It still works.
Yeah, it still works. I guess Mike binged it because he hasn't watched anything until yesterday.
I watched all of my shows this week. It was an intense little week here. Yeah.
Are there any other shows that you watched? Say, Mike, like, I don't know, one that takes place on Prince Edward
Do you
Island?
want to know about the show I watched that takes place in Prince Edward Island, Canada?
Yeah, bud. Let's
bud?
go. Tell me about it. Yeah.
I'll tell you all about it. Anne Shirley is the show I'm talking about. It's the show that I still keep thinking it's on Netflix, but no, it's on Crunchyroll.
It's on Crunchyroll.
It's on Crunchyroll. But it looks like it has a Netflix budget because it looks so dang good. It's an anime retelling of the Anne of Green Gables novel series ?
Novel series.
Full
It's a series of
disclosure,
novels.
I have never read it. I don't know anything about it other than there's a girl named Anne Shirley, a little redheaded girl who's an orphan.
with an E. Yeah.
And with an E, she gets adopted. And she's just like a ball of just pure sugar and cinnamon and sweet and everything good in the world. And it's just like her adventures of living with this family in Green Gables and kind of exploring and finding out stuff. The big thing to highlight here is this show is damn pretty.
Yep.
It looks incredible. The character designs are so great. The other thing I would highlight is I watched the dub for the first 2 episodes of this one.
Okay.
And the reason I did the Canadian accent at the beginning is because they actually have Canadian accents. It's almost a little, you can tell it's someone doing a Canadian accent a little bit.
Yeah, that would be distracting, maybe.
But like, because they keep saying like, "Oh, Anne, what are you so worried about?"
Oh, well,
But it's Newfoundland. It's Newfie accent.
Yeah,
bit.
it's the Maritimes.
Yeah.
They do speak
Yeah.
funny over there. Sorry,
Yeah.
Maritime people, but you do speak funny.
Oh,
Not
they
like
know.
us.
They know.
Not
They
like
know.
us,
They're-
normal
Yeah,
Canucks.
yeah, they don't sound at all weird and Canadian like us. But Cole, I think you said you had notes on this one, so I'm curious what they are.
Oh, well, I mean, you've kind of said everything. Like, I just really love this show, and I get it. Like, I get why Anne of Green Gables is an all-timer, you know? Like, it's a classic piece of young adult literature. This, like, the story of this is just good. It's just really engaging and interesting. You can tell these are all kind of like short stories that are being adapted because each episode almost has like a beginning, middle, and an end, a resolution.
It feels a
to
little
the
Huckleberry
issue.
Finney. You can kind of tell a little bit. Yeah.
But it's nice. Like Mike said, Anne Shirley is just the quintessential ray of sunshine in a dark world. One critique I'll say in the most recent episode of the sub is they called the Canadian Prime Minister the Canadian Premier, and that made me very mad on the subs, but whatever.
Why?
I'll let that go.
Why?
Especially
Because he's called the Prime Minister, not the Premier.
Especially in the modern landscape of things.
Yeah, in the context, in current context. But whatever. Maybe in the book they call him the Premier for some reason.
Before. Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, yes, he is the Premier of Canada, I suppose. But our premiers are the provincial leaders, not the federal one.
Right.
Whatever. I don't want to get
I just
caught up in that.
also want to quickly, I'm going to change the topic and highlight, not only is Anne Shirley a ray of sunshine, you know who's like probably my favorite character in this show that's going to just totally slip under people's radars?
Who?
Her adoptive dad, Matthew.
Oh, yeah,
He's
Matthew
so
Cuthbert.
good. Yeah,
he's good. He's
awesome.
just he's just like this what's the word? Like you would think he'd be like a hard ass, but he's just like the most like forgiving, like just soft parenting style. Like he's just he just like lets Anne do kind of whatever she wants to a certain degree. He's very like taken with her. And he's just like he's in a good way, I should say.
Yeah. He's like chill, but kind of fun a little bit. And also, I didn't realize that her two quote unquote parents are brother and sister. Like they're not romantically entwined at all, which is why they
really.
Yeah, they're brother and sister.
Oh,
yeah.
I like her adoptive mother too. She's kind of the stern parent, but she also has like a soft side to her too. Yeah. It's just really good because it's not just Anne Shirley growing up. It's like them growing up as adoptive parents too.
Yeah. I will continue. I recommend it for sure.
Yeah. 100% on both.
It's an underrated
both
gem this season for sure.
Yeah. It's disappointing. It's not getting the love it deserves.
Yeah.
You know what else isn't getting the love it may or may not deserve, Jay?
What's that?
Your next show.
Oh yeah, my next show, My Hero
Mhm.
Academia Vigilantes, or My Hero
Mhm.
Academia Illegals, if you want to use the Japanese name.
I
do.
can see why they changed the name for the West. Yeah.
This is a spin-off of My Hero Academia that features a group of 3 vigilantes. You got Koichi, who's kind of this he's kind of legally distinct Deku in the sense where like he kind of has the very similar personality, but a little bit older. And he actually has a quirk called Slide and Glide, where he can slide across surfaces at the speed of a bike.
Yeah, he's not very fast.
He's not very fast.
He gets slightly faster as the show goes on.
At least
Yeah.
it's better than my favorite quirk in My Hero Academia, the guy who can pull his eyeballs out of his sockets. That's
Yeah.
It is better than that. I'll give him that.
I think the idea is that their quirks are not quite good enough. They're not quite hero worthy. They're just kind of people with like subpar quirks.
Yeah. Yeah, like if they tried, they'd probably be more like sidekicks.
Right.
If like they tried to like become a part of the hero organization. But like they still want to do good, so they kind of team up with this other guy, Knuckle Duster, Koichi, and this girl Pop Step, who can bounce.
Me too.
Teams up with this guy Knuckle Duster, who is just a guy, basically My Hero Academia Batman. So
he's just a dude.
He's just a dude.
That's kind of
really.
Let me just say, when I first watched My Hero Academia, that's what I hoped Deku would be. Was that like he wouldn't get a quirk, but he would still like manage to be a part of like that world. But then he got a quirk. And
he's sort of chaotic, neutral, quirkless All Might is how I describe it.
Yeah.
I like that. I
haven't watched chaotic good. I don't know. Not he's interesting.
I'd say chaotic neutral, because like he does fight heroes, and like he has, I'd say, a different justice system than like how the heroes view justice.
Yeah,
okay. I'd say,
Jay, you pitched this show to me, or initially, I think on our seasonal preview episode, and I kind of when you mentioned this guy Knuckle Duster or whatever the heck his name is, my ears went up. I got interested. Yeah, and then me and Shazana watched a couple episodes of it, and we were like, I was like, I see what Jay was talking about. This guy's awesome.
Yeah, Knuckle Duster's
awesome. He carries the show for sure.
He absolutely carries the show. And like I think we're gonna get into more stuff about him, and like he's probably the most interesting character of the show, to be honest.
Oh, for sure, by far. Yeah.
You guys are kind of selling me on this. I had no interest in watching it, but that sounds
it's pretty good, Cole. I'd recommend you check out a couple episodes. It's like you know how you felt when you initially watched My Hero Academia, and it was kind of like, oh, this is a cool world with like kind of cool characters.
Yeah.
It's like you rewound the clock back to those days.
Maybe I'm ready to revisit that world.
And just to kind of circle it back to Cole's introduction to this, I feel like the show's not as popular as it could have or should have been. And I think that there's a big reason for that, and the big reason is a show that we're going to talk about later in the episode.
Okay. Maybe.
I feel like that show kind of, because it's kind of got that same superhero-y vibe, stole a little bit of the thunder that this show might have had.
And you're talking about 2B Hero X, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just want to make sure you're,
Yeah.
I was
gonna, when we introduced that show, I was gonna say, this is the show that...
Yeah. Well, you can say it again now.
Yeah.
I've stolen your thunder.
I'll bleep him out. I'll bleep Mike out. Just to be clear, you were talking about... No, I might check this out then.
You should.
So I don't know. I don't know if you recommend it, but it worked for me. So
I'd recommend it. I think like if you kind of fell off My Hero Academia because it got a bit too ambitious for its britches. I feel like this is kind of like a give it another try kind of show. On a stylistic side, this show leans a lot more into like the comic booky aspect. So like you see a lot of those like boom pow automatopoeia things,
right? Yeah,
that you'd see in like comic books or like the early Batman show with Adam West, which I think is like really cool.
Yeah, it just reminded me so much of like original My Hero Academia.
Mhm.
Before it got kind of like you said, too big for its britches, where like the stakes got so high and the characters got so strong. You're just kind of like,
Got too serious, I think.
it's too serious now.
Yeah.
This is like oh, okay, they're just like kind of these normal people trying to figure things out and be goofy kind of. It's
like Kick-Ass, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a great analogy of a movie that
It's
probably nobody knows.
Yeah,
People
like
know
if
I think.
if My Hero Academia the series, especially the later stuff, was like the Avengers, this is like the on the ground level, like Batman or Spider-Man or something like that.
The Defenders, the Daredevil and
Daredevil,
those guys,
yeah.
It reminded me a lot of like Suicide Squad too, a little bit, because they're kind of like they're not really
Morally gray.
heroes. It's kind of morally gray a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, Eraser makes an appearance early on too. He seems pretty like he's going to be in this show a little bit.
And sorry,
All Might
just
also
to
makes an
clarify,
appearance at some point.
just to clarify, are you continuing, Jay?
Yeah, I'll continue it. And yeah, I think you should check it out.
Yeah, Mike, continue.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Also, it's same day dub too. There's a lot of same day dubs this season, which I really appreciate as a dub guy. So,
Hey, speaking of same day dubs that I'm not watching, but I am watching the sub, and I don't know if you've heard of this one, Jay. Maybe not. It's called.
It's a little obscure.
It's called Umamusume Cinderella Grey. Have you heard of this property, Jay?
Oh man,
Let the mask off. Let the mask off, Jay. Get hyped. Come on, let's go.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Okay, hold on.
that took a lot of convincing.
If you are looking for a sports anime this season, you're like, man, there's some good shows, but like I need that like shonen like sports anime to get me like all hyped up. This is the show. This is the show. This is it.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's we're revisiting the Umamusume universe, but a little bit different in a weird way. It's still fun, of course, like Umamusume Pretty Derby is, but this one is maybe it dials it back
a lot more
slightly.
seriously.
Takes itself, I wouldn't say a lot more seriously, but
I said a little bit
more. Oh, okay. I thought you said a lot more seriously. A fair bit more seriously, and there's a bit more of like a realistic like arc to how everything is going. Oguri Cap is really, really good. She's still not better than Gold Ship.
Yes, she is.
She is good.
She loves her mom very much.
She does love her mom very much.
And food.
And food. Mike, did you watch this?
Yes, I'm current on this one.
Oh, okay, good.
We're all current on this one. Yeah.
It's well animated. It's just a lot of fun.
Cygames is just kind of going nuts with this show. And
Cygames knows that they're doing a global release for Umamusume, and they are putting themselves out there. Decent OP. I really like the ED for this one.
I do too.
And again, character designs are great. I mean, it's Umamusume. The character designs are always fun. Oguri Cap is a lot cuter than I thought she would be. I thought she would be like a lot more aloof, but she is, but like in a very endearing way.
Yeah. The show we reviewed the first season, and she was very like a little bit in that one, and then this one it feels like a good expanding on her character. I'm enjoying it too. I will say, like, this show and the last one we talked about, or no, this one and Shirley are both super underrated, because this Umamusume is like the number 40 most popular show on AniList, which feels like kind of criminal, because it's like the number 6th highest rated show of 2025 so far.
Yeah.
That's
a
quite
crazy
good.
statement.
It's quite good. I would definitely recommend seeking this one out.
It's also got like
hell yeah.
Oh yeah. It's also got like that if you're looking for like, you know, those like really like hype or like aura like moments, like it's got that too, like those moments where like
like everything drops and like
like
very,
everything
like,
drops
intense.
And like
yeah.
They know how to do a horse race with horse girls in this show. That's for sure.
They make it awesome.
Yeah, the animation's awesome. I will say, like, I think an important thing to maybe point out to our listener here is that this is technically part of a continuing property, but you could pretty well watch this as your first Umamusume thing, and you would lose almost nothing. Yeah,
I started the manga.
That's factually not true.
Yeah, I started the manga for Cinderella Grey before I started Pretty Derby.
I meant anime.
He meant anime exclusively. But yes, Mike is right. Like this is Umamusume is pretty good for that. Like even like season 2 of like Pretty Derby and season 3, like they're all very
self-contained.
They're like JoJo
self-contained.
parts.
Yeah. And this one especially because it is more of a prequel. Like you're not getting really any characters that are in Pretty Derby, other than Oguri and like
Oguri's
Rudolph and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're mostly background characters.
I also really like in this show, they give the trainers more of a personality. They have more going on than just like, I'm stand-in for player.
Yes. Also, they give them names.
Yeah.
The main trainer is a person who has a name.
Yeah.
And he has like a pretty funny introduction as well, too.
Yeah. I don't want to speak for all of us. This is a continuation for all three of us.
You can speak for all of us. This is a continuation.
Okay. Yeah.
And we would all recommend it, that people check it out.
I'm going to do more than recommend it and say, like, if you're not watching this, what are you doing? You're doing this wrong.
If you're on the fence about it, just know, like, I feel like as soon as people hear it's horse girls and it's idols and stuff, you're going to be like, oh, it's some weird pervy stuff. It is not even remotely.
No, it's much closer to like
very clean.
It's much closer to like a shonen sports anime than
it's
more sports than
anime.
idol.
It's a good sports anime. And you care about these horse girls.
Yeah.
Mike, you've got a couple OVAs here that you want to talk about, though.
Yeah. I threw these briefly here in the continuing section. So 2 shows that came out quite a while ago already, actually, I guess, got little like add-ons, like continuations to their stories, and I felt like it was worth talking about them because I watched both of them and they're actually quite good. Konosuba's God Blessing on This World 3 in bonus stage. 2 extra episodes. I don't know if it's like additional content from the light novel or what exactly it is, but like there's just 2 episodes. They're like 25 minutes long each, and they're both pretty self-contained stories that are really quite I would, when I was watching it, I was like, this is like the recipe of Konosuba that made me fall in love with Konosuba, where it's just like this lovable gang of idiots get into this silly situation, and kind of like Seinfeld, nothing ever works out for them in the end, and they just reset back to 0 at the end. And it just plays on everything that makes Konosuba good, and this is arguably like one of the better like additional material bonus OVAs that I think I've ever seen, actually. So if you were enjoying season 3, if you enjoy Konosuba at all, I really enjoy this. I would recommend it. It's just, the weird thing is, if you're watching on Crunchyroll, they just tagged it onto the end of season 3. So season 3 has episodes 12 and 13 now. That's these OVAs.
What I will say about Konosuba, just really briefly before you talk about the second one, Konosuba's OVAs, like their supplementary material is often better than the show. The movie,
it really is.
Yeah, the movie's great. The other OVAs that are out are hilarious. And that's not a knock against the show proper. Season 1 and 2 of Konosuba are great. Season 3, personally, I thought was a little bit of a letdown, but that's just personal preference.
Yeah,
it was still good.
Comedy a little bit, right?
Yeah, it was still good, just a bit more of a letdown. So I'm happy that the OVAs for season 3 are where they found the formula again, and we're back to that.
Yeah. I'll just quickly say the first episode involves there's this like hurricane deity that comes to town, and they need spellcasters to like take it down. And Megumin is like the first one they go to, and there's this hilarious scene where she's like, they're like, oh yeah, Megumin, you're the first on the list of people we want. And she's like, oh, you want me? I don't know if I can do it. And then they're like, oh, and then I think Cosma points out like, oh, there's these other people who could also do it. And then Megumin like is like, no, please take me with you.
It gets all flustered. Yeah.
I
gotta watch those. Yeah,
it's really good. And then the second one involves they meet a tag team of adventurers that are like, what the heck? I'm trying to find the guy's name. They all have names like the Crusader's name is Harkness.
Okay.
They're like a tag team. They're like basically like Bizarro of the party that you know. And it's hijinks ensue. It's hilarious. I'd recommend it. The second one is I want to talk about is Lycoris Recoil. Friends Are the Thieves of Time. This is a series of I think 6 2-minute OVAs that Not as good as the one I just talked about, but it is definitely still worth checking out because purely it's 2 minutes of your time. Like in total, if you watch all of this, it's 12 minutes. That's half an episode of normal anime.
Yeah.
And all it is just like, if you enjoyed Lycoris Recoil I think it's from maybe 2 years ago, actually. It's kind of weird we're getting this. It's
like
just basically,
actually.
yeah, it's quite a while ago. It's just literally just like a 2 minutes blip into the Chisato and Takina's life at the cafe, and it'll just be like a simple setup of like they're trying to figure out a new thing to sell on the menu, or like someone comes and tries to interrogate one of them and hijinks ensue. It's different than the first one, but it's the similar thing in the same way that like it's just a little bit of extra content if you really enjoyed those characters. I'd recommend it. If you enjoyed Lycoris Recoil or Konosuba, I definitely recommend checking either of those OVAs out. And I'm not going to continue watching them because I think they're both, well, no, Lycoris Recoil will continue. Konosuba's done. Yeah. And with that, I cede for the final show.
Lycoris Recoil came out in 2022, which is insane. Summer 2022.
Yeah, and we're getting like this weird. I feel like we're due for a season 2. I feel like we're due for a real season 2.
I'm surprised there hasn't been one yet.
Yeah. Anyway,
nice.
Jay, tell us about the final show of this first half. Yaiba, Samurai Legend.
Yaiba Samurai Legend is a new adaptation of an old property by the creator of Detective Conan. And I would say like it's a very well animated show. Wit does wit things with this show. But it's also very evident that this is an early days action shonen manga from the 80s. Because like the characters and like the storyline are a bit generic, where but it still does have that same charm that something like Ranma 1/2 had. Basically, if you don't know what Yaiba is about, it's about this boy who basically trains in the woods with his dad. Like trains, I guess it's kendo, because like he just has like a kendo stick. He trains like swordplay or kendo in the woods. But he moves into like the big city and doesn't really know much about like modern society. So it's a bit of like a fish out of water, kind of a little bit like Ranma 1/2 in that sense. Where like he moves in with this friend and doesn't really know much about that, but goes around fighting people with kendo, and one of the people that he fights turns into a demon and fights him. And it's weird and zany and shonen, but very well animated.
It sounds very like early 90s, late 80s manga / anime. So, but like at least there's a charm to it, you know?
There is a lot of charm to this show. But at the same time, with how many shows there are this season, I could definitely see why this one would fall by the wayside.
Okay.
Just because like it is very generic to not, or to just, you know, put it out there. In a lesser
season, this may have been more of a hit.
Season, but I think like with how many shows there are to check out this season, it just kind of falls off. But again, it does have really, really good action sakuga, and probably like the best sakuga of the season, to be honest. Like Wit really went in on this show.
I was gonna say, I noticed it's Studio Wit, so you don't even need to ask about the production and animation of this, because you just know Studio Wit always delivers. So
they're not going to take something unless they do good things with it. Are you continuing this though, Jay?
Am I continuing this? I think it's worth checking out. But like I'd say more, give it 3 episodes, and if you're into it, then you'll be into it. If the 3 episodes don't hook you, there's probably nothing else that will come later that'll change your mind.
Okay.
So,
okay. So the first show that's kind of like more of a tentative recommendation here, because I think we were all pretty emphatic about recommending the shows that we talked about.
Yeah. Which shows what a good season it actually has turned out to be so far.
This season's been quite good. There is one last thing that we have to do before we go to break, guys. It's very important.
Yes.
Oh God,
very important.
The results of the Listener's Choice Awards, or Listener's Choice, not award. God, Listener's Choice Review. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
The results are in. Cody Bot's finished calculating them. Mike has them on a whiteboard. I don't know why Cody Bot printed them on a whiteboard, but they're
He's
here.
Very versatile like that. Very versatile.
Yeah. He's very artistic. Artistic, I said.
Yes.
The results, Mike, if you would, please.
Okay. Coming in third for shows we will be watching next in the Listener's Choice anime review that is upcoming.
Yeah.
Aria the animation.
Animation. Yeah. Who did it get any? Did it get any votes and where?
Yes. Spotify voted for it. The people on Spotify voted for that one. Okay.
Spotify people, we're sorry. We're sorry, Spotify.
Yes. So that leaves 2. And in second place, with Discord and X voting for it.
Okay.
Log Horizon.
Okay.
You
know what that means, Jay.
So then
that's right.
Next, also in second place, we have Beyond the Boundary with Patreon and Google poll or YouTube voting for it.
Oh no.
And our Google poll was tied between Beyond the Boundary and Log Horizon. So
Oh no.
Cole, you and I have tied. We've tied. What do we do?
Well, you and I have tied, but there's one person here who isn't included in this tie.
Yeah.
How are we going to break this tie, Mike?
I don't know. There's you know what? I think the fair thing would be to make Jay live on air decide solely and purely by himself what show we review next between these 2 shows. That's the fair thing to do in this situation.
To be clear, we literally just sprung this on Jay. He had no idea what we're doing. So Jay, you have to decide now.
Well,
Jay famously good at like
split second decision.
Split second decision.
Yeah.
So Mike, remind me, what platforms voted for what?
Okay, so Patreon and YouTube said Beyond the Boundary. Log Horizon said Discord and X said Log Horizon, and the Google poll was split between the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, like perfectly split down the middle.
Basically,
yes. Yeah. Well, if I were saying, okay, well, our patrons get a weighted vote, I'd vote for Beyond the Boundary.
But we've given it to you.
But we've given it to me.
You can't offload this on anyone else.
Well, I can.
Yeah, he's just justifying his decision. I understand, Jay. But remember, it is your decision.
It is my decision.
And everyone will blame you.
Yeah, no pressure though.
Yeah,
no pressure.
Though. Our friendship is riding on this, Jay.
I might quit the podcast if you go the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Honestly, Jay, where you were going, I think is a valid rationale. If that's the way that you're going.
Yeah.
And if that is the way you're going, I will reluctantly remain your friend.
Well, I don't mean to strong arm you into this, Cole. Like, if you can.
He's saying that because it's his show.
No, didn't you say it was Log Horizon that had the Patreon?
No, it was Beyond the Boundary.
Oh, well then I will gladly remain your friend.
Yeah, don't fall for his tricks.
But like I do also respect the people of X and Discord. Join our Discord, please.
I'm not sure I respect the people of X though.
Yeah, X is kind of a cesspool right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Everybody knows it.
I do respect
everybody
Discord,
knows
though.
it.
Well, Mike, you make a very good argument, so I'm not going to count X in the vote, and that therefore Beyond the Boundary wins.
He doesn't count the platform he runs in the vote.
Well, funny. I mean, hey, that's one of them had to be picked, Jay.
One of them had to be picked. Mike, for whatever reason, decided to sabotage his own show by saying, "I don't care about the people of X," and
I mean,
therefore, if we discount those people, Beyond the Boundary wins 2, and Log Horizon wins 1.
Okay, all right. Well, Beyond the Boundary it is then. That'll be our next listener's choice. So look forward to that. But we've talked for so long.
We truly have.
I am quivering, needing to use the bathroom. So I think we should maybe go to an break.
Hey everyone, Mike here from the AniPro podcast, and I've got a treat for you today. Literally. This episode is brought to you by our snack-slinging senpais over at TokyoTreat and Sakuraco, 2 monthly Japanese snack box subscriptions that are about to make your taste buds go Super Saiyan. Let's start with TokyoTreat, because May's theme is a wild one. Japan Snackfari. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a safari, but with snacks instead of wild animals. Or actually both. But this box is packed with jungle-inspired treats featuring animals, bright packaging, and flavors that are bold enough to qualify as boss fights. Here are a few highlights. First off, the salted caramel Kit Kats are the main character of this box. Sweet, salty, and totally overpowered. Then there's this pineapple sour paper candy. It's got that pucker-up energy that could give Killua's Godspeed a run for its money. And then you can slide into the grape paw gummies that are shaped like animal paws. Which, yeah, are cute and weirdly satisfying to eat. It's kind of like chewing on Totoro's foot, but in a good way. And then there's a Lucky Giraffe Mayo curry chips, which sound like a dare, but somehow end up tasting like snack perfection unlocked from a hidden recipe scroll. There's also a bunch of fun animal-themed candies, like Unchoco, which are colorful chocolate eggs with collectible animal caps. Basically, a gotcha pull plus sugar. How can you go wrong? The box even includes a little spotlight on Japanese zoos and mascots, because why not learn fun facts about capybaras while snacking like one? What if you're into more relaxing rather than rampaging? Well, that's where Sakuraco comes in. Their May theme is called Savoring Osaka, and it's all about traditional Osaka snacks, regional sweets, and the kind of tea time vibe that makes you feel like you've wandered into a wholesome Iyashikei anime. Every Sakuraco box comes with authentic Japanese treats like mochi, ryokan, senbei, and delicate cakes. For example, this month's box features a delicious mochi castella cake, a delightful strawberry cream cookie, and much more. Each box also comes with a regional tea that pairs perfectly with rainy Sundays and Studio Ghibli marathons. Lastly, every Sakuraco box comes with a collectible item. Past boxes have included ceramics and chopsticks, but this month, you will receive a Shichi Fikujin Daruma Tenugi, crafted in beautiful Osaka. I can hear you asking, hey Mike, what is a Shichi Fikujin Daruma Tenugi? And it's a beautiful Japanese hand towel, of course, one that's covered in Daruma figures. In addition to all that, you get a super detailed cultural booklet that breaks down every item and tells you where it comes from, so your snack time becomes a mini trip to Japan without the airfare or baggage fees or mental breakdown in a train station as you desperately try to figure out which train you need to get on in order to end up in Shibuya. Trust me, I've been there. So, are you ready to snack like an anime main character? If you are, head to team.tokyotreat.com/AniPro for your Japan Snackfari box through TokyoTreat, or head to team.sakura.co/AniPro for that chill Osaka tea time experience. Once again, that's team.tokyotreat.com/AniPro for your Japan Snackfari box, and team.sakura.co/AniPro for that chill Osaka tea time experience. Don't remember those links? Don't worry, they're in the episode description too. And guess what? If you use the code ANIPRO, ANIPRO, you will get $5 off your first box. Treat yourself, or send one to your anime watch partner who says, "Itadakimasu," unironically before every meal. You know the one. huge thanks again to TokyoTreat and Sakuraco for supporting the pod and for feeding me way too many animal-themed snacks this week. Now let's get back to the episode. Plus, I got more snacks to eat. Cole, fade in that music again, and I'm gonna dive into another Kit Kat. See you guys. Bye.
Hey guys, Mike just told me to go myself in the business chat.
That's privileged information, Jay. We can't
Jay.
go giving that out to people.
Fire him. Fire him.
Fire.
Let's go.
Fire!
Let's go. Let's go. I've been trying to quit for years.
Welcome back to AniPro. Jay, you can't quit just yet.
Better not.
Because you got shows to tell us about.
But I got fired.
No, not yet.
No.
You'll clean your box.
Check it again on episode 200. We'll see.
We'll give you a box and you can clean up your desk once we're done talking about all these shows.
Every 100 episodes, we give Jay an out. Haven't taken it yet, but it's 21 episodes away. Coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up.
This is true.
We
This
lose
is true.
Jay. Stay tuned.
This is true. Yeah.
We won't. We'll never let him leave. He'll die here.
I'm like chained to my desk.
There's a reason you never see his hands on the podcast.
Yeah, because
I wish
they're
I had something to rattle
horribly
so I can make it sound like I
Manacled.
was jingling my
chains.
shackles. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Get me outta here!
Jay, you've got to tell us about this show that you were looking forward to so much. You drafted it top
I did
5,
draft it. Mm-hmm.
the 5th round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, why don't you tell us about this show? What show are we talking about?
We are talking about the beginning after the end.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I'm a little bit torn on this show because like I feel like a lot of people are kind of overselling how bad it really is. Cause like, is it the best animated show? No. I like
Objectively, no. Objectively, no.
No.
Yeah.
Is it the worst animated show?
No.
Also no.
No.
I think that
And
this
really
show
not even like it's not even like honestly that bad.
No, I think it's like a very
the lows are real low. The lows are real low.
Yeah. I think it's more so just like a generic isekai anime adaptation.
It's just kind of plain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plain.
Yeah.
Plain.
Yeah. And like in a world where people are expecting Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, Demon Slayer, or something like that level animation, that's why we're getting all this like disappointment or outrage.
Mm-hmm.
Which like
I kind of think that it's one of those shows where like I think it just the lows are so low that they're easy to dunk on, and then like people just keep dunking because they see other people dunking. I think it's just the punching bag of this season.
Oh
really,
yeah, for sure.
Really, truly
for
believe
sure.
that.
For sure.
I think the other thing
5.5, a 55%.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth
silly.
that. I think it's just like fans of this property are very, very passionate about it. And if like an iota of it is off, it's the worst thing ever made.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's kind of like its passionate fan base is to its detriment in this case. Cuz like if it was just a generic isekai that has no baggage attached to it, it'd be like a like a mid 60s kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm looking through, and this is what I do when I see a show that like the rating doesn't jive with my personal view on it. I'm looking through the ratings here, and like there's a lot of like 1 out of 10s, 2 out of 10s, like the people who are like, this is criminally bad. And then I see the more what I would call like reasonable people, where there's an 8, 8.2, 8. There's 3.8. That's a reasonable bad score, I'd say. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10. And these are just literally, I'm just reading them in order. 2 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So I think the people who are watching this, and I'm one of them, are actually kind of like a little on board. Like the good is shining through the bad on this one, I'd say.
Would you agree with
still
that,
very
Jay?
plain looking.
Like the good outweighs the bad?
I think so. It's kind of more just like a generic adaptation of a beloved property. Like it's not It's no Berserk 2016. And for anyone who's claiming it is, go back and watch Berserk 2016. We had to do that for the podcast.
Yeah, that's a
Go
whole
listen
other...
to that. Can hold on, Cole. You have access to the soundboard. Go play that clang sound real quick.
Is it still there?
I don't know. Is it still there?
I don't know. I'll do it. Clang.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now imagine that, but like every time Guts swung his sword. Swang his sword.
Swang
Swang
that thing.
Yeah, swang that thing. No, this is like, it's honestly, its greatest crime is like, yeah, they don't have very good looking fights, and that's going to turn some people off. But its biggest crime is just kind of how plain and like,
yeah, it's just kind of fine.
The animation is.
Yeah.
But like the story, it's still, I felt like the story is actually still told fairly well. Actually, I thought they adapted it. Outside of the visual aspect, I thought they adapted it. Adapted it. I was going to say adaptated it.
Yeah. Good enough.
I thought they adapted it quite well. Actually, I think it's the good shining through.
Like I'd probably say like overall maybe like I'd give it like a 6 or 7 on Annie list if it were done.
That's where I come down. That's where I come down to.
Okay.
I think it's a solid 7.
Yeah.
So the most important thing, are you continuing this?
Yeah, I mean it's the beginning after the end, so like it's still a good story. And I think that if fans kind of looked past the fact that it's just a generic anime adaptation in terms of visuals, they'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think if you're just looking for like a fairly generic seeming isekai with a decent plot and not a lot of fan service, I would say give it a couple episodes. It's interesting. At least it's an interesting story.
Okay.
But if it's like if your watch list is packed, don't feel like you're missing out because it's yeah.
The stuff that I rave about when it comes to the beginning after the end, the anime is not getting there. I'm just gonna say that flat out.
It's real popular in Japan, Jay. I think we're going to probably get another season.
I just mean this season. It's not getting there.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to get it next season either, the stuff you're talking about.
No,
so.
yeah.
No, yeah. To be clear, Jay is like big fan of this property. And
Jay, this season probably adapts like the first novel-ish.
Probably, maybe volume 2. Like, if we're lucky.
Yeah. And to be clear, I don't think we kind of said what this is. This is like a isekai type.
Oh yeah,
thing. Yeah, it's an isekai thing about a king who was kind of like heartless and cold and didn't really know love, getting reincarnated into another world where he has a family and he has people that care about him and love him, and he's learning like what
he learns to love. Cole.
He learns what love is.
Yeah, he learns what love is, like the Foreigner song. Thank you, Mike.
I want you.
And you know, baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah. And it inevitably gets compared to Mushoku Tensei because he kind of looks slightly Rudius-y, except he's not a pervert at all. And this is a lot more wholesome. But he gets reincarnated as a baby and blah blah blah.
Yeah. So tentative recommendation from you both,
I'd say give it 3 episodes. If you don't like it, you're probably not going to be missing out on it.
It's not as bad as X is telling you, is what I'd say.
Okay, guys, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you like Bocchi the Rock?
Maybe.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Bocchi the Rock is really good. You might like Rock as a Lady's Modesty. Very similar in the sense that, that's not Bocchi. Not sure why you held that one up.
That's not even anywhere near Bocchi.
Pink hair, I guess. It's close, kind of. Yeah. I'm watching Rock as a Lady's Modesty, and it's good. I'm enjoying it. It definitely doesn't have the same highs that Bocchi does. Like Bocchi is funny and also creative, where Rock as a Lady's Modesty is creative plot wise in a sense, but not animation wise like Bocchi is. It's lesser Bocchi, I'll say. It's basically
we have Bocchi at home.
We have Bocchi at home, and it's fine. Bocchi at home is fine, but like you want Bocchi. Like I don't want to like dunk on this show because I am having a good time with it. It's much more like aggressive in its characters.
If Bocchi was more about like being timid and being like the shy girl that Bocchi is, this is more about like step on me energy.
Yeah, which I'm also here for. Like that's fine. You know me. It's just I think the creativity aspect of it isn't quite there the same that Bocchi has. Also, the some of the 3D animation in it is a little jarring.
Yeah.
Overall, like I am enjoying this show. I'm gonna continue it for sure. And I would recommend it if you enjoy something like Bocchi the Rock. It's just a different setting. As a gear nerd as well, it bothers me that her guitar doesn't have like the brand of guitar it is. It's clearly a PRS. I know that it's a PRS, but it doesn't say PRS on it. So, whereas Bocchi's guitar says Gibson and her other one says Yamaha. So, of course, I like that stuff. But
is it going after? Is it trying to be Bocchi though? That'd be my question because you've compared it a lot to Bocchi, but is it trying to be Bocchi?
I don't think it is. Basically, the whole concept of it is these the characters are all like in this very fancy all girls school.
Okay.
And they have to like act very like prestigious
and proper.
Prim and proper. And then they let off steam by like playing very heavy music and yelling at each other.
Okay.
Yeah,
kind
so that's
like
kind
a
of
Gretzko, but fancy lady instead of office lady.
Yeah, kind of like a Gretzko, but fancy instead of office lady, and also like, of course, they play music,
and also they're human,
and also also they're human with absolutely absurd hairstyles. Hey,
I
it's
that.
anime.
Yeah.
It's anime.
As someone who's also checked out the first 2 episodes of this show, the thing that kind of put me off was like I watched the first episode and I liked it. And then like I watched episode 2 and it was just kind of the same. Like structurally, it's just like kind of the same episode.
I get that. Yeah. It's kind of like the first couple episodes are the main girl, Lilisa, kind of being like, no, I don't want to like fall back into like playing guitar and stuff. I'm a fancy lady now. But then eventually, like, of course, there's a point where she's like, that I'm going to be a fancy lady who also plays guitar. So like that gets resolved. And now at this point in the show, it's kind of like progressing a bit more. So I would say, yeah, if you get to where Jay was and you have that criticism, I would say give it another episode or 2. I'm not going to say it's for everybody. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to continue it. And I would give a tentative recommendation on it, I think. This was my second pick in the draft, and I feel good about it. I do feel good about it. I'm enjoying it for what it's worth. Have either of you, like Jay, you said you watched the first 2 episodes. Mike, have you seen any of it?
No, I have not seen anything, and I haven't seen anyone talking about it really, I wouldn't say. But like it seems interesting to me, but it just kind of seems like one of those shows that like I might not have room for the old watch list.
Yeah. I would say, I would kind of going off what Mike said. I would not go out of my way to watch this, but if you're just kind of looking for something else, I would say this is a decent pickup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said go out of your way to watch something. Well, I'll tell you, I went out of my way to watch something.
Oh, did you?
Property called Lazarus. Okay. It is airing on Adult Swim only. Okay. So if you want to watch it here, you got to we're in Canada. You got to watch it on Amazon Prime through Stack TV. Okay.
Or you just watch it on Amazon Adult Swim. That's how I've been watching it.
Like on the website?
No, on the TV channel.
The television.
See, I don't have television. Okay? Yeah. I'm a 21st century boy.
Yeah. Jay has a boomer living with him, so
yeah, that's true.
Still have television.
So like, are you actually like finding out when it's airing on actual TV and watching it?
It airs at 11 p.m. local time. So
that's so crazy.
That's
so crazy.
It's so weird, like sitting down to watch a show, like an anime, like on TV. It's weird.
Isn't it funny though? Isn't it funny?
I remember doing that, but it's like I can't picture me doing it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mike, like you and me are the same. Like we don't have cable television. I get like nostalgic about cable television. Like doing that, sitting down and like watching a show in my living room.
I get
There's
that.
like a certain
get that
level
a
of
little bit.
nostalgia to me where it's like, oh, just take me back to those good old days.
It's kind of
Meanwhile,
like the radio
if I did
a
it,
little bit.
I'd probably complain about it.
It's kind of like nostalgia in the way that like you're like I kind of appreciate like the back in those days and like when you didn't have everything available all the time, you were kind of at the beck and will of like the TV. Like if the TV said, listen, Lazarus is on at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
That was the end of the conversation. If you wanted to watch it, you were there at 11 p.m. You know?
Yep. Yeah.
And there is kind of a bit of, I like that a little bit. It's kind of like how I like how the radio doesn't ask you what you want to listen to. It's like, no, here's what you're going to listen to.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes taking control away from you is sometimes a nice thing. Because maybe we're too spoiled. I don't want to get into it.
Anyway, Lazarus is an interesting anime. It's good to know that Jay's watching it. I thought I was the only one here.
Nope.
Basically, the premise here, what you need to know about this one, this is a property by the quote-unquote legendary Shinichiro Watanabe. He's done Cowboy Bebop. He's done Carol and Tuesday. He's done a bunch of Samurai Champloo. Am I wrong there?
Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, there was another show that we
He
just
did Space
reviewed that he
Dandy.
did.
He did
Space
Kids on the
Dandy.
Slope.
Kids
on the Slope.
Yeah.
He's known for music in anime and like kind of cool, like just cool vibes in a show.
Yeah.
I'd say it's like his theme that he usually goes for.
Mm-hmm.
And this one kind of is no exception. Basically the plot is everybody starts taking this wonder drug. It just kind of like is both a drug and it also like cures a bunch of stuff.
It's like a panacea.
Yeah, it's like this ultimate wonder drug. The year is 2052. And then like one day, a couple years later, he's like, oh, by the way, everybody, that drug you've all been taking, it's going to kill you in 1 month. See you later. I have the antidote. You have to find me though. It's kind of like basically like One Piece, like Gold Roger saying, you can have my treasure, but first you have to find it.
Yeah.
And basically this anime is like, they put together a crack team of like unlikely heroes, I guess is how I describe them. And then they're kind of forcibly put together and they're just like, go find that now. Thank you. And basically it's cool fights, cool like action sequences with like kind of like this is one of those, you know how like usually in anime, a lot of the times it'll be like, the soundtracks are even like a fairly bombastic soundtrack is still pretty sparse a lot of the time. Like there's not music all the way through the episode very often. In Lazarus, like the music plays pretty much the whole episode, which I feel like Cole might not appreciate just because I feel like that's just not something you might like, but it's interesting. It kind of doesn't feel like an anime a little bit. And it's an interesting experience. Jay, what are your thoughts on it so far?
I think like action wise, this show is great. It has some great action, great direction, and well choreographed fights. And the director of John Wick helped with the fights as well,
which makes sense because the action is definitely this show's like shining point.
It's its bread and butter.
TikTok reels for
and it also, like Mike was alluding to, like the music really adds to like the vibe of this show, and like the fights really feel like a vibe. However, and I feel like you were getting to this, Mike, the story and the plot of this show is not the show's strongest point.
I kind of saw that coming.
It's becoming more and more clear to me that Watanabe is not really that good at writing serialized narratives, because like Cowboy
director.
Bebop, Cowboy Bebop, and I assume both Samurai Champloo and Space Dandy are all episodic shows that kind of have like some kind of narrative tied into them. But it's more concerned with being episodic.
Yeah.
And the issue
feels like to me, like he's like, I just want to make something cool.
Yeah.
And that story stuff will figure itself out.
It's
just a thread that ties the cool stuff together.
Like this show's kind of on a pattern of like, oh, we have a lead on where Skinner is. Let's go follow that lead. Oh, that lead led nowhere. But now we have a lead for the next episode to where he might be now. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, I think, how Cowboy Bebop worked too, sort of, because they were sort of looking for whatever the white hair guy there is.
A little bit.
Throughout the like there's kind of this thread that ties it all together, but as Jay said, like it's a pretty pretty loose thread. It's definitely not that compelling, but like it's a pretty good show just to slap on and be like, this is just some eye candy with like cool music.
Yeah,
And,
like if
the
you
plot's
wanna
not bad by any means.
it's not bad.
It's just bare bones.
Kind of yeah. And like I get we're probably gonna get there, but like I don't really care about any of the characters either.
Not really. Like not yet anyway.
Not yet.
So
and
it sounds like it's a very pretty show that doesn't have
any substance.
Not much substance.
Yeah.
It's not like I feel like when you think of it, you think of like Metallic Rouge or something like that. I feel like that's what you're comparing it to in your head. And it's not that. I think the average person would have more fun watching this because it doesn't get bogged down in the sci-fi elements and stuff like that. It's kind of just like it's honestly like watching a John Wick movie a little bit, where it's just like the details don't really matter. I'm just kind of watching this to just watch some cool action.
I'm here to turn my brain off and just have a good time for about half an hour.
And it is. It lives up to that. It's a solid 7 or something out of 10, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue it, and I'd recommend if you just kind of want like a fun action show, I'd say check it out. It's kind of cool. It's very westernized too, which is neat.
Yeah, I think like if you like Watanabe's other stuff, you'll probably still have fun with this. And if you don't, you'll probably feel the same way Mike and I do, where we're just kind of like, meh. Like I like the action, but like that's kind of it. Yeah. But I'm still gonna continue it because like I feel like we're gonna get somewhere, and I want to see too. Like I want to see where we get.
I think so too. I
agree
like
with you. I'm there. Yeah.
I think Mappa's cooking. I think Mappa and Watanabe are cooking, and
frankly, cooking with like another show that's coming out later. I'll talk about that off air. Campfire. They're doing another season of Campfire Cooking. Was what I was.
Yes.
Getting. Yeah. So they're cooking.
Because I said the word cooking and Mappa in the same sentence.
Yes.
Yeah, I see. It's the second most popular show of the season, though. It's beginning after it's the third most popular. So obviously people are enjoying these, and definitely continue. Jay.
Yes.
The next one is rising up on the list here a little bit, and it looks quite moony. What does that mean? Tell me about it.
Moonrise is probably the show I was most excited for going into this season.
I wouldn't say probably. I'd say
it was.
Almost certainly it was. Yeah.
It's an original anime by Studio Wit with the director of season 3 of Attack on Titan, the later Wit seasons. The character designer of was the mangaka behind Full Metal Alchemist and Silver Spoon, and one other that I think is called Demons of the Shadow Realm.
That's a pretty good list of random names so far.
And also the writer of, I believe it was season 2 of Psycho Pass and other Ghost in the Shell things. So like good sci-fi experience there as well. Which, seemed pretty promising.
Very, I would say. Yes.
And this had a full season drop on Netflix. All 18 episodes were available at the day it came out.
Netflix do that sometimes.
Netflix do that. And basically what it's about is at one point humans colonize the moon with the help of like this AI thing that kind of helps guide humanity now and in the future. And one day the moon people wanted to rise up and kind of become independent. Moonrise. Get it?
Now I get it.
I don't get it.
Now I get it, Jay.
And the main cast is kind of like are people from Earth kind of going to the moon to try and suppress this uprising that's going on. But there are other things going on in the background, like that AI I mentioned, and like the main character has ties to people on the moon, and things like that. So there's
sounds very complicated so far, Jay.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And what I'll say is if you're in for like well-directed, well-animated action, it's Wit. You're going to get it. I think like this probably has some of the best action direction and fight choreography of the season. And animation as well. But the plot, I will say, at best is generic, at worst is a mess.
Okay.
Okay. That usually sinks a show pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially a pretty lengthy one too, because it's 18 episodes of
it's 18
like almost
episodes,
half-hour episodes.
Yeah. I just feel like it has a good introduction that makes you interested in watching more, but then it just kind of loses itself a little bit by the middle.
Okay.
With just like a lot of things going on, a lot of like a lot of weird writing choices. I mentioned this to Cole early on, but like it does this thing where it tells the story like in a chronological order, but like it didn't really need to do that.
It did it just because that's what
the
fancy
thing
stuff does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
So if you do that, you need to make sure you have to like it takes extra attention to detail to make sure like it's just not confusing for the sake of being confusing. It's supposed to tell the story in a different, like see you from a different light, right?
It's supposed to tell you the story, like it's telling you the points that you need to know in the order that it wants to tell you everything that you want to know. But like it needs to mix like move events around to be able to get you to know that.
Yeah.
But like it goes back and like there isn't really any new information that it's giving you off of it. So like what's the point?
Yeah. It's literally just doing it because it can.
Yeah.
Not because it needs to.
To boil it down, I will say this show, weirdly enough, this is the modern Guilty Crown.
10 out of 10.
I'll call it.
Yeah.
So 15-year-old me would have been all over this.
Okay. It's 15 in your deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
are you continuing?
I'm gonna finish it because like I'm not done, but I'm 10 episodes in of the 18 that exist, so I'm like I may as well just finish it at this point.
You're over half.
Is it a fairly easy watch too?
I'd say so. Like like I said, it has good action and action animation and direction, and I think if you're in for that, you're gonna have a good time as long as you like are able to just shut your brain completely off and enjoy that.
Okay.
For what it is.
Sweet. Okay. I guess it's my turn now to talk about a show. Now there's a problem. There's a problem with this one.
What's that?
I haven't watched it. Despite
Why not, Cole?
Despite it being my number one pick. Why not?
Oh,
Why not?
You were so excited for this one. Why haven't you watched it?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, this show is called Your Forma. Now, Jay, where could I watch this if I wanted to?
I'm glad you asked because you can watch this on the extremely accessible and worldwide phenomenon streaming service known only as Samsung TV Plus.
Ah, yes. Samsung TV Plus.
So hopefully you have a Samsung TV if you want to watch this show.
Or some kind of Samsung device, yeah.
Or something along those lines. Hopefully you have that and you watch it. The problem is I don't want to give it its due because this was a horrible business decision from them. And sometimes in a capitalist society that we live in, we have to make it known by not partaking in it that this was a very bad decision.
I've heard a fan theory about why this isn't on Crunchyroll and why all of Remau's stuff. Remau's the distributor that has the show as well as Cinderella Grey.
Cinderella Grey though is on Prime.
It's on Prime.
You can watch YouTube. Cinderella Grey.
Yeah. But I heard a fan theory on why they're not putting stuff on Crunchyroll anymore, and it's because when they put Nokotan on Crunchyroll, people complained that they used AI for subs and the subtitles weren't that great. So Crunchyroll kind of took down those subtitles and did it themselves.
Oh, okay.
So Remao was upset with that, supposedly, and so they're like, okay, we're not dealing with Crunchyroll anymore.
Yeah. This is an allegation. This is not proven anywhere.
This isn't fact.
just
This is a theory. Yeah, this is a theory.
A game theory.
This is a Jalian theory here, yes.
It's a theory I've heard. This isn't my theory. I'm not condoning.
Jay's just relaying. Jay's just relaying theory he's heard online.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Unfortunately,
to help you out, Cole, as well. Before I'm just going to interrupt you very quickly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have Samsung TV Plus on my phone because I have a Samsung phone and it's just pre-installed.
Oh yeah, it's not available in Canada.
I have just tried searching for it. Yeah, it's just literally.
I forgot about that.
So I've done the first step of having the app that is exclusive to Samsung owners.
Yeah, I too have a Samsung phone.
It is not available, so it's literally they just multiple layers of not wanting me to watch
which is really funny because they tweeted out, "Oh, your Forma is available in the United States and Canada on Samsung TV Plus." No, it's not.
I'm curious if it's available in the States though.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
I've seen people checking it out.
The other aspect of this, and of course it's related to what we were just discussing. No one's talking about this show. Period. Despite it being like a fairly cool looking sci-fi kind of Ghost in the Shell Psycho-Pass type of show, no one's talking about it. And the worst part, Jay, the worst part, the main character is played by my wife, Kana Hanazawa, and that makes me upset because I need shows where I can hear her beautiful voice.
Yeah. I can talk about what I've heard about the show because
please do. If you've heard something. You do peruse X, the cesspool known as X.
I do. And my reaction from the sidelines of people watching the show is, who was this adaptation for?
Wonderful. I always love that.
So from what I've heard, this anime skips volume 1 of the light novel that it's adapting and just goes straight into volume 2. And a lot of people are going like, yeah, like I'm enjoying it, but I feel like I'm missing a lot of vital information.
Yeah, maybe like one volume's worth of information.
Yeah.
Maybe like the character introductions and a whole arc, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Maybe I'll just read the manga.
And like for the people who have read the light novel, they're missing a whole volume's worth of content that they like.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well,
and I mean, honestly, Cole, you might have been spared here because it's only rated and it's in the 50s.
58 average score.
It's not rated very well. So even the people who are checking it out, because usually like the more hard to get to something is, the more inaccessible something is, the higher the rating, because like the people who actually are going to put the effort in will rate it better, right?
Right.
That's the reason why Umamusume is the highest rated show of this season.
Yeah.
Because it's like Umamusume is kind of inaccessible, even though it's not.
Less accessible.
In the first half.
Yeah. It's on YouTube.
This is like wildly inaccessible. Yeah. This is wildly inaccessible.
Yeah. And the major question, am I continuing? I would if I could. Thanks. And do I recommend people checking it out? No, I thoroughly do not recommend people checking it out. I want them to be punished for making a bad business decision.
This is one of those vote with your wallet type things.
Yeah,
kind of.
Vote with your attention span.
Yeah. Of course, this is my opinion. I don't want to speak for you guys. I'll die on this hill.
No. I'm right up there with you, Cole.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
thank you.
Shoot, Cole. Now we're not going to get sponsored by Samsung.
Darn it!
Dang it.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to put words in your guys' mouths.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I
don't feel as strongly about it, but I'll let you have your moment of power.
Well, thank you.
I do.
Thankfully, there's a good show that we're about to talk about.
Speaking of watch, because Cole couldn't watch that show, I feel like there is a witch that Mike watched.
Which watch did you watch? Which watch? Which watch
is which? Yeah, as we've sort of awkwardly transitioned into, we're moving away from an inaccessible show to a very accessible show. It's on Crunchyroll.
And
Netflix. It's promoted by Crunchyroll too. And Netflix. Wildly accessible. And it's dubbed as well, which also makes it even more accessible. And I picked it with my 5th pick in the draft, and it is Witch Watch, the anime known as Witch Watch. It's based on a Shonen Jump manga of the same name. And basically the setup is this dude finds out that his childhood friend, who is a witch, is coming to live with him, and he has to protect her, and he's like is going to be her familiar or whatever. So like they get to basically hang out and hide. He's just basically her bodyguard. Is really all you really need to know.
Yeah.
And he's also kind of an ogre, I guess, maybe.
Yeah,
he's really strong.
It's interesting because there's like these mythological creatures who aren't really like he just looks like a normal human.
Yeah. And it's frankly a banging good time. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
this show is just straight up fun is the only way I can think of to describe it, because it's like all the characters are fairly cute. The stakes are so low. So low. The main character, the titular witch herself, Nico, literally like turns her, just continues casting spells with no regard of what actually is going to happen with the spell, because she's kind of ditzy a little bit.
Yeah.
And for example, she like turns herself flat with a spell, and she thinks it's a fun little spell to do.
Yeah.
And then she blows away in the wind and gets stuck between in a crack. And it's like, okay, well, that's what a hilarious hijinks.
It's zany and fun. Like
it's zany and fun. It is a delight, this show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the epitome of a Saturday morning cartoon. Like if you think of like your classic Saturday morning cartoon, this is that. It's entirely like zany, fun. It has like a little sprinkling of like what might be a shonen action thing in the background.
There's a little bit, there's stuff bubbling under the surface that
but like
keeps you intrigued.
But like it's kind of like Mike said, it's bubbling. It's not there yet.
And Nico may be like the cutest thing this season. She is wonderful as well.
I would even posit.
Yeah, she is just ditzy, and she's got this crush on the main guy as well. And
she calls him Moi.
Moi-chan. It's
and she like kind of brings it out in him a little bit too. It's a really good duo, if you can't pick up my drift, referring to our categories for seasonal awards. I'm sure they'll make an appearance at least in that discussion. But yeah, it's animated really well. There's really not a lot here. I don't know what someone who, like, if I recommended this to someone, unless they're just like, I'm just purely a shonen action guy. I don't know what there's not to like here. It's got a pretty decent little romance. It's funny. It's cute. It's a nice slice of life. It's not too heavy. It's just like, what wouldn't someone like about this? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. Like it's got references in it to other Shonen Jump properties that I
are hilarious.
Into,
look, man.
Yeah, I turn into Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the screen. I get that. And it wouldn't be an AniPro episode without me saying the OP is unbelievable.
The OP is so good. Look, Mike alluded to it.
Yoasobi OPs do not miss.
This one especially. I love the song and like her when it shows the name of the song and it says Yoasobi and she's like points at the screen. Oh my god! This
is directed by Megumi Ishitani, who directed One Piece Fan Letter, which
go watch that. Go watch that too if you're One Piece.
Go watch that too. And Ishitani knows what they're doing.
This is up there for sure.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I'm so glad that I was wrong about it, because I don't know, go you can go back and listen to me say I think this might be the show that Crunchyroll kind of fails with their recommendation or their hyping
endorsement.
Up. I was wrong. This show is very very good.
And we all kind of thought that, to be fair, Cole, because I didn't pick it till the 5th round. So that means we all of us as a combined effort passed on this like at least 12 times.
Many times.
Right.
Many times.
So, which is crazy. Like if we were to redraft this shiz is going in the 1st round, I'd bet you.
Yeah, 1st or 2nd for sure.
Yeah. It's real good. I'm definitely continuing it. I would recommend it to almost anyone, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's probably, if I had to pick one show to recommend to pretty well anyone, it might be this one actually. It might be.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's
I think if you're looking for a fun show this season, check this out.
Yeah.
Everything.
And it looks great. I will continue for sure. Moving on though. Cole, you get to talk about your Shaft.
Do you like ninjas, Mike?
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
Do you like ninjas, as you say?
Ninjas, yes.
Jay, do you like assassins?
I do like assassins.
Well, let me tell you about a show called Ninja and Assassin Under One Roof. And what a delight this show is as well. Shaft is back, baby.
Yeah.
We're getting some nice cutesy stuff along with just great Shaft direction. It's funny. We've got like an odd pairing couple as well, which is always fun in shows like this. Another good OP. And guys, let me tell you, yeah, I'm missing out on Kana Hanazawa in your Forma. Well,
you're getting
I
it
get
here.
Kana Hanazawa as the assassin in this one. So she plays like the cool Kudere type girl. And she also sings the OP of this one.
She does.
Oh my goodness gracious. I am eating good now. And it's Shaft. Yeah, come on. This show is made for me. Specifically.
Yeah, this is the Cole show.
This is the Cole show of the season. Yeah.
And Kana Hanazawa.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's an odd couple story of a ninja who runs away from her ninja village, who can't really do anything except turn things into leaves.
Oh, Satoko is like a darling ray of sunshine, and I must protect her with everything I have in my body.
Well, you don't need to, because her friend, in quotation marks,
associate,
her business associate, Konoha, is the titular assassin who just kind of gets her out of trouble. But like, there's no fuss, no muss. It's just the joke is she just shows up, and it's like off screen she'll kill like the threat.
You'll just see like a little bit of blood like splatter on her face.
Yeah, and then Satoko will turn the corpse into leaves, disposing of it. And that's
classic ninja move.
Classic ninja move. It's just funny. It's super unique too, like super creative, despite like Mike said, classic ninja move. But
that opening
never see
scene
stuff like
in episode 1, like I know we.
Oh yeah.
That is so creative. It's like it's like an homage to classic like animated
90s
ninja.
OVA.
Yeah. It's so pretty, so cool. Yeah. You need to check this show out.
It's tremendous. Yeah. Mike, have you watched this?
No, not even. I don't think I've even seen the OP or anything.
Bring the chair. Bring in the chair.
Bring in the chair.
We got to get Mike. Yeah, we gotta get Mike to watch this one. Just one for you. Well, one for me, because I'm gonna watch it with you.
Yeah, I'll watch it too.
It's
really
really
three chairs.
We'll have a boys' night out watching this show.
Are we outside?
No, inside. No pants though. No pants.
A boys' night out inside. Okay.
Well, I mean, like if two of the three of us aren't home, then like, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's true.
For some reason I was thinking of out of doors, but it's actually in of doors.
Yeah. We should be out of doors. It's nice now.
It's really nice today. Yeah, I'm going to go out of doors after this.
Anyway, yeah, I'm continuing this big time, bigly, and I also recommend it. But like, bear in mind, I am a Shaft super fan. So
okay, well, I'll say whether or not you should watch this as not the Shaft super fan, but someone who enjoys
I feel like Cole's a
Shaft.
little biased.
Look, if you're watching Witch Watch because you should be watching Witch Watch, and you're like, man, I'm liking Witch Watch, but like I need more. Like this isn't enough. This isn't enough. Good slice of life comedy goodness in my week. Well, guess what? You got more, and it's this show because you do need to check this out.
What do they call it? Ninkoro.
Yeah,
Mike, I think you'd like this because you like Witch Watch. It is very similar to Witch Watch. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Jay, you got a big one here, or two big ones, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A juicy one here.
Jay's falling on the sword for us because I haven't watched it because I'm afraid to watch this.
Jay sent us a picture in our little chat there saying look at me, I'm a brave soldier. I'm watching. Please put them on, Takamine-san.
I'm taking one for the team.
Taking one for the team and watching a bunch of boobies.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Jay tell us about those boobies.
Yeah. So what is please take them off, Takamine-san. Well, this show is high art. of the highest caliber.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right. Defend that statement.
Continue. Yes.
I say that with a heaping tablespoon of irony.
Sure.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love it. Jay's coming out of the closet. I'd like this.
Yeah.
but no, so this show is about a guy who comes across the super beautiful, super talented student council president undressing in the gym storage room or
Storage
whatever.
room.
As
That's it, yeah.
happens to everyone.
Happens
all
to the
been
best
there.
of us.
Yeah.
And he finds out via certain circumstances that when she takes off her underwear, she has the power to rewind time.
Anime, ladies and gentlemen.
And but the problem is when she takes off the underwear, it disappears.
Yeah. That's a problem.
So
Like they just
she
vanish?
needs
Yeah,
like
they
it vanishes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she needs a way to have so people don't see her, her rose.
Yeah. I've never heard that.
I've never heard that.
Okay, so the reason I use the word rose is because it's used as an allegory for the thing. But anyway,
Oh, okay.
It's actually okay.
Oh,
yeah, in the show it's literally
I thought
used
that
as
was
an
like-
allegory for it.
Gotcha. So
Okay.
her panties get consumed by the process of rewinding time,
Correct.
but then she is not wearing panties, and she doesn't want anyone to see her rose.
So she needs a way to like
She needs another pair.
get another pair put on her. Well, luckily
she could just put them on, but
she could.
Wait,
she could.
why can't she just put them on? Yeah.
She
Well,
could, but here's the thing.
stuff happens.
Here's the thing. Stuff happens, and she finds a guy, the main character, to become her closet, and put those panties back on her.
So instead of just having a backpack, she has to have another human follow her around?
Like she has like spares. It's just she wants him to put them on her.
Yeah.
It's like a Dom situation going on.
It's like a
here.
Dom situation. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
yeah, it's got that step on me energy. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would never watch something like this.
So here's my sales pitch for you.
Yeah, sell me on it.
Yeah.
Did
You
you
need to
like
sell us on
gushing
this.
over
We're not
magical
all-
girls?
I love gushing over magical girls. You know
Okay,
me.
well this is that of this season.
Excellent. I'm in. No, Jay, I do have some genuine questions because I've read some of the manga on this one. Like,
Okay.
And I'm not like averse to
Ecchi?
fan service and ecchi.
Yeah.
Like, does this show, and I mean this in like an animation, from an animation perspective, is this show a good looking show or is this just trash?
I'd say a little bit of both. A little bit
Okay.
of column A, a little bit in column B.
Okay.
So full disclosure, this show is completely uncensored. You get
Yeah.
Well, you get most things. You don't get
Well,
you don't get everything.
uncensored as far as Japanese
Yeah.
censorship goes.
Yeah.
You see
You
the
get
top.
nipples.
Yeah.
You see the top.
You get nipples.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Free
you're
the
getting a
nip.
lot of jiggly bits.
Mhm. Yeah.
And other
'Cause
stuff.
I
Is it
will
uncensored
say,
on Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
which is
People are
surprising.
kind of a little
It's
stuck
surprising.
up about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought and a lot of people thought when this was coming out that it was going to be a high dive thing because
Green side dive.
high dive is normally the service that puts these things out uncensored and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I'll give kudos to the manga itself. It is a very well drawn manga. Of course, yes, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. It is an ecchi manga. You're getting no holds barred,
yes.
but it is the art in it is very well done. So I the thing that's holding me back, I guess, is that I'm concerned that the anime is a lesser product. If you know what I mean.
No, I think if you like the manga, this is comparable to like I'd say Chain Soldier's adaptation of its manga.
Chain Soldier had a good. Yeah, it was good.
Serviceable, I think.
Yeah.
Serviceable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to continue?
Are
you going to finish?
Will you reach completion on this one, Jay?
Yes, I will make it to the climax.
Excellent.
Very
Do
good.
you recommend it?
Would you recommend others join you in your journey?
Big caveat on this recommendation, if there is one.
If
course.
you like ecchi shows, if you're someone that's like, look, man, I need an ecchi show like stat.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll recommend this to you. If you're not into ecchi, no.
Yeah.
Big no.
Yeah. Know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
would be the thing.
This is a hard show to recommend, but it has its audience for sure.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
I bet it's a hard show.
That's fine.
Yeah. Thank you for falling on this.
And that was the most uncomfortable I have ever felt talking about anime on this podcast.
Yeah, surely you don't have another very ecchi show to talk about later on.
No, absolutely not.
Next up is me. Kowloon Generic Romance will be the show we'd speak of next. This is a show that I am watching. Are either of you gentlemen enjoying this one?
I haven't checked out any of this, actually.
No?
I watched episode 1.
Okay. You know what it is, before we get into it, my concern was that they said that they're going to adapt the whole thing.
Oh, that was
this season.
So
Or is that false?
I actually have an update on that.
Bad translation.
Bad translation, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'll dive in then.
Yeah. So frankly, we reviewed the first. It's curious you bring that up because we reviewed the first volume of this back when we only did one volume of manga reviews.
Mhm.
Probably. This is a crazy statement, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It's crazy. Go back and if you want to, you don't have to. But basically, we all kind of enjoyed it, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
Essentially, the premise from what I got out of that first volume, and this is a tough one to really explain what it's about because there's a lot going on, and it's kind of a mystery in a little bit. This show, so it's definitely one you're going to want to pay attention to when you're watching. It's not a good scroll on your phone and kind of watch in the background show because you need to catch the little details in this one. And basically, this girl works at an office with this guy. She has a coworker that she kind of has a crush on. It's dubious whether or not he feels something towards her immediately. And then like some kind of more mysteries unfold and things are not quite what they appear. And like the city they live in is very mysterious and stuff like that. And yada yada things go on. What I will say is Cole was a little nervous about this one when I drafted it. That the trailers made it look like the adaptation was not quite living up to the art of the manga because the art of the manga is quite good.
Yeah.
And frankly, and the other big concern was like, oh, it's going to be a complete adaptation was this tweet that went around and did some circles. And the art, I think it looks really good, actually. I think it's we were concerned it was going to be like Blue Box, and it kind of is like Blue Box, where it looks good at times and it looks kind of bad at times. But this doesn't have action to kind of reveal its weaker points.
Yeah.
So it really just gets to be pretty with no downside.
That was my hope.
Yeah. And the other good thing is, I think this at least, but I also don't know too much of the source material. It's moving very fastly through the source material. So like the first volume, I'd say is
episode 1.
Is the end is episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fast.
Yeah, but like I kind of thought the actual manga, this has lots of like panels without text, and it kind of like is very like it dives
atmospheric.
Deep into, it's very atmospheric. So it managed to keep that feeling while also upping the pace dramatically. So I really didn't feel like I missed much. Did you feel like you missed much in that first episode, Jay?
No, I think it.
Like, do you feel like the pacing was off at all?
No,
I thought so too. I'm definitely going to continue watching this one. I think that it's a really good recommendation to anyone who might want to watch a show that's a little more heady, a little more serious. Like the last shows we talked about, they're like silly, kind of young, goofy shows. This is not that style. This is more, you're watching this one and you're kind of like, your brain's working. You feel like a grown up watching this show a little bit. Cause it's quite grown up, I would say. I don't want to say mature because that makes it feel like the last show we talked about where there's nipples involved.
Yeah, mature in like a literal sense. Yeah,
there's
more.
They're like in their 30s. They work in an office.
Also,
there's
a
like
lot of people online are thirsting over the main girl in this show.
Well,
I mean,
she is.
They're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
I mean, yeah, we've all been there.
We've all been
I will say, like we brought up Gundam's character designs. I love the character designs in this too.
Yeah, me too.
Which is kind of related to what Jay just said too. This is the same mangaka that did After the Rain.
Mhm.
So a fairly unique like visual style, kind of that retro-ish like old shoujo manga looking style, but it's not necessarily a shoujo. It is, but it isn't. And yeah, like I'm gonna check this out.
You should.
I haven't watched it yet. Again, it's a bandwidth thing, but this could break through the bandwidth because there is a show that I think we're going to talk about a bit later that I think is maybe falling off the radar for me.
I feel like this would be a good one to binge towards the end of the season, just because I feel like the mystery shows, they make you keep wanting more and more, and they make for easy binges. My last pitch to anyone who's on the fence about this, the recommendations on AniList, here's a couple of them: Summertime Rendering, Odd Taxi, Sunny Boy, and like stuff like that. Higurashi When They Cry, Land of the Lustrous. Like,
Very
I feel like those all
cerebral.
fit. Cerebral, heady, serious, interesting. There's a very interesting theme going on here, and I implore you to check it out.
I will, Mike. Okay,
Yes.
Relax.
I'm speaking to
Calm
the listener,
down.
not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Jay, are you going to continue watching this one?
I think this is just one of those shows that kind of fell off because I'm watching a lot of stuff. But this definitely has a place for people if they're looking for that kind of thing. And
it's a change of pace from everything else, I think. Is how it fits into this season.
Yeah. You'll know if you like it. Like you'll know if you want to watch it, I think.
You have to give it at least, I'd say 2 episodes, or at least 1 entire episode. Don't drop it just because you think you figured it out halfway through episode 1.
Yeah,
is what
I would say the only thing is if you've seen like screenshots of the main girl, because there are some pretty like ecchi moments in the first volume, which would be the first episode. It's not like that. It's
no.
Yeah.
It did that, I think, just to sell itself.
There's a
really
lot more going on than just the ecchi.
Yeah, and there really isn't any ecchi after that point.
Frankly, the ecchi is kind of like off-putting a little bit because it's like it doesn't do that again.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, I think it was just done to sell volumes, but whatever. Jay,
it's
you've
not
got
the
a show.
apocalypse or anything.
Yeah.
Oh. Apocalypse Hotel is our next show that we're going to be talking about, and I've seen a couple of episodes. Have either of you seen this show?
I haven't seen anything. Jay, tell me about it.
Okay. So Apocalypse Hotel is set many, many years in the future after humanity abandoned Earth and went to go live somewhere else because of a deadly virus that was killing people. And when humanity left, the owner of a hotel left the management of said hotel to a bunch of robots that were kind of like the hands.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember this.
And so this show is kind of set in like a post-apocalyptic world where these robots that are running the hotel are keeping the hotel pristine in hopes that one day humanity will return and become guests once again. This show is a lot of things. It's funny. It has a lot of good humor in it. But it also like has this underlying tone of like existential dread a little bit. Just because it's like there's a lot of this melancholic like nothing lasts forever. And like things will eventually cease to be.
Right.
And
very,
like, what do you do? What
Girls
happens
Last
after
Tour-ish.
that? A little bit, and kind of like what happens after that. And this is kind of exploring that while also having a little bit of like a lighthearted tone to it. So like if you like stuff like Girls Last Tour, this show's for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I did like that one.
Yeah. it has a very, very lovable cast of characters that are all robots, and are all just trying to keep this hotel in pristine condition, while waiting for humanity to return. And it makes you laugh, it makes you think, makes you sad
Made Jay
sometimes.
cry.
Didn't make me cry.
Not
But
Yeah.
it made me very, very pleasant to check it out every season.
Okay. So you are going to
very
continue
pleased
this.
yeah. And I'd recommend this to people. Cygames, I mean, they made Umamusume Cinderella Grey look good. This also looks really good.
Yeah. Cygames Studio.
Underrated studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing good stuff. I want to tell you guys about an anime based on a manga that we just reviewed. Let's talk about Mono.
Ooh.
So I don't know. Go back and listen to our review because then you'll understand what the hell I'm talking about. When we were reviewing the manga, we kind of talked about like this will probably look better as an anime. Not saying that we didn't enjoy the manga. The manga was fine, but it would really lend itself well to being an anime. Good news, it does.
Whoa.
Yeah. This show is Yashike. It's perfectly fine. Like, and I mean that in a good way. Like I don't mean like, it's fine, like hand wavy. I mean like, this is a fine show. This is a serviceable, enjoyable Yashike, laid back camp style show. If you like laid back camp, you're going to like this too. And not just because it's by the same mangaka, and not just because maybe you'll get some cameos in this one, but because it's just nice and cute and fluffy, and I'm having a great time watching this one. There's no stakes in it. It's just cute girls doing cute things.
I love the ED for this show.
The ED, I like the OP as well. The OP is very Eurocamp as well. Yeah, it's just more Eurocamp. Like,
I was gonna say,
honestly,
it feels
Yeah.
very Eurocamp, and like I actually, like, when we were sorting this into like continuing / existing properties, I almost thought like, do we put it in the continuing properties, because it's like kind of like just like a side story to Eurocamp.
It's borderline a side story. Yeah, I don't know if the cameos in it are like this meta joke or if they're like legit.
But like it's also a manga in universe. Like,
I don't know if it is or just like a fake manga that they're kind of talking about. That's kind of like the story. I don't know. I don't know.
It's like an onion.
It's like an onion. I'm gonna put out a video essay about.
It really makes you think.
It really makes you think.
That's a good point though, because you see the actual characters from the thing that is technically a fictional manga about the real places that are fictional that are actually real in this world.
Don't think about it.
I can see the steam coming from Mike's ears.
You've hurt me. Yeah.
It's good. I'm enjoying this. Good. I'm going to continue it. And again, recommendation. Yeah, if you like Eurocamp, if you like shows like this, you'll get a lot out of Mono. It's more well produced than I was fearing it may have been. It's pretty well done too. Yeah. It's sitting at a 75, which is
I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Because of the production of it.
Yeah. Jay, have you watched any of it at all?
No, I have not. No.
I might recommend it to you. I might say check out an episode. It's cutesy. It's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. This one's green and blue, which confuses me.
I think Jay put this on here initially as blue, but I'm stealing it from him because I only have 2 more shows left to talk about.
Oh, okay.
And I remember in our seasonal draft, I talked about this show towards the end of that episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember pitching it as Rudius's dad basically gets a harem, is essentially how I pitched it. And I wasn't that far off, to be honest with you, because this guy's just like, it's more like he's stronger than Rudius's dad, Paul. He's like this really, really, really powerful sword master training guy. Like he's not really ever adventured or anything like that. He's always just been like a tutor, basically. He runs like a swordsmanship school in this small town in the middle of nowhere or whatever. And basically like a bunch of his students like conspire to like bring him to the capital and like basically get him like more recognition, I guess is how I just explain it.
Okay.
And I know Jay's also enjoying this show,
Mhm.
and I'm enjoying it as well. Would you say that's kind of a good summary of it, Jay?
Yeah, pretty much.
The big overarching plot.
Yeah.
And then like basically all of his students are like these like hot waifus that like love him, right? Like that's
Yeah.
just naturally how it goes.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
it's like
there's this like
the
whole
way it is.
side plot of like his parents being like, I want grandchildren, and he's like,
yes.
no,
Yeah.
like
And they tell him you're not allowed to come back until you
Yeah.
have a wife or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that setup, we've seen things like that before. What we
Mhm.
haven't seen before is like in this specific thing, and this is what I kind of caught on with when I watched the trailer, why it kind of gave me hope, is it's animated quite well, actually. Like the production value is like surprisingly high on this one.
Okay.
The story itself, like it is actually for a harem fantasy, not an isekai, it's a pure fantasy show. You would expect this, and just from the synopsis of what I told you, you'd expect this to be quite ecchi. Other than like one character who's clad fairly scantily, I would say it's really not. Like there's a couple things that jiggle. That's about it, I would say.
Mhm.
And like honestly, like I'm having a blast watching this show. It's a lot of fun, and I will definitely continue to watch it. I would recommend, if you're looking for like a good fantasy, I think what I would say to you this season, looking through what's available for fantasy, skip the beginning after the end and watch this one. I think it's better. I think it's a lot better, honestly. And I'm sorry, Jay, that I said that, but I'm curious if you agree and if how you feel about it, because I think you're also current on it.
I am. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't watch the episode that came out today, but like aside from that, I'm caught up. And yeah, it's a fun show. I think like the thing that's the most interesting about it is like the swordplay in it feels like, and I don't think any of us know much about like actual sword fighting, but like
No, but I agree with what you're about to say.
I played Elden
it feels legit.
I've had a toy lightsaber duel. I know what sword plays like.
Are you one of those people
Yes,
that
no.
walks into like a sword shop and swings it around to see if the weight?
Yeah, I do. I give
fits
it like one of the
properly?
twirls, and I'm like, the weight's off, and then I put it back on the counter.
This is a good sword. I'm like Aragorn and Helm's
Yeah,
Deep.
exactly. Yeah. No, I agree with you, Jay. Like the action in this feels very well choreographed. Like it just feels legit.
But
it
like also
feels-
like the stuff that he teaches and like the stuff that he says like, oh, you need to like swing with your waist or whatever. Like it feels like the person
learning.
writing this. Yeah, it feels like the person writing this like either knows what they're talking about or researched swordplay before writing it.
Yeah. And it's kind of endearing too. Like I find it's kind of like there's a charm to it because he's like not at all interested in finding a wife.
Mhm.
He's like, I just like teaching people about the sword.
Yeah.
And I just kind of want to have my little dojo, and that's all I really want.
And yeah, and
everyone's like kind of like, no, we were like forcibly moving you along. And
yeah,
doing
like
stuff.
they're like, oh, you're so good at this. You need more than what you have. And he's like, no, I just wanna keep doing what I'm doing. I want to do my thing.
Yeah, and he doesn't think he's that good either, too, which is kind of interesting as well.
But that's the one tropey thing that I'm just kind of like eye rolling at. But like,
But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But I think Jay and I are continuing this one. I'd recommend it to, like I said, to anyone looking for a good fantasy this season.
Yeah.
Don't let the harem tag scare you away, is what I'll say. But if you like harems, it's definitely a good one.
I'd recommend this if you're just kind of looking for like a decent fantasy light novel adaptation. This'll scratch that itch.
Check it out on Amazon. Jay, I think the next show that you're going to talk about needs no introduction.
No.
Please talk about it.
This is the show that is on High Dive and is the ecchi of the ecchi variety.
It's right where it belongs.
This is exactly. And Jay,
I thought this was going to be on High Dive along with Takamine, but apparently Crunchyroll's got that one. So, High Dive has this one, and let me tell you, it's about as ecchi, maybe a little bit less because it's not as uncensored.
Okay.
Basic premise.
What's the show called, Jay?
Yandere Dark Elf.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. Yes.
I completely forgot I
no,
didn't mention it.
Yeah. You were getting too far ahead of yourself.
Yeah, got
The
to.
title
You were
is
too excited.
Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world. Because there's an exclamation mark.
Yeah. So the main character was
title's mad at me.
isekai'd. Yeah. The main character was isekai'd before the story, and like he saves the world as the hero and gets sent back to his world. So it takes place after like an isekai story, and one of the people in his party, who's the dark elf, is like in love with him and wants to, be with him, but he goes back to his own world, and she ends up via certain circumstances going back to his world, and she gets very yandere over him.
Oh. Nice.
So
where do the boobies coming? This is like a very ecchi show.
It is very ecchi. What I will say is, if you're like, if you're like, man, I want to check out Takamine-san, but I don't have enough time. I don't want to sit through a whole full length show.
Oh yeah, it's short.
This is a short.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to sit in shame watching this show for as long as if you were watching.
What Jay's saying is this one
to be
doesn't
clear,
last as long.
To be clear, you do still have to sit in shame. Just not as long.
Just not as long.
Minutes, apparently.
Holy, look at the cover of the manga. Oh, it's gone. Wow.
Boy.
Wow.
This one, I've seen a few clips. This is another level of ecchi for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this.
On the big screen in the living room?
No. This is
shameful watch.
This is shameful.
I like it.
Jay, are you going to continue it? It's only 12
it's got an elf.
minute episodes. It's got a dark elf.
He's absolutely
he's continuing. Yeah, he's
Would I recommend this? Again, if you're looking for something ecchi, yeah, sure. If you're not, no.
No, probably
this
not.
This one feels like it falls more in the camp of I can't believe it's not hentai, to be honest.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it looks more like that, yeah.
Takamine-san at least seemed like it had more of a plot. This kind of feels more like the plot's an excuse.
Yeah.
No, Mike, there is a plot. Just not the plot.
There's two plots, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a plot, all right. Man, it's insane. I can't even click on the link for the manga. It just closes the page. I get a 404.
Really? It's working for me.
Really? Oh, okay. Whatever. Maybe it's just on my end. Don't ask me why I'm clicking on it. It's my turn. Catch me at the ballpark! Exclamation point. This one's mad at me too.
Yeah, this one's mad at me. Why is this one so mad at me?
Exclamation points mean they're mad, right?
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. This one is not what I was hoping it would be. Based on everything that you see, you think it's going to be like, a cute, like romancy show of like, the baseball beer girl kind of falling for the office worker who comes in. It really isn't that. It's like a series of like little skits between Ruriko, who is the beer girl, and like multiple characters. The main guy, the office worker, is like more of a side character in it. I'm not going to complain. Like if you just want to watch a show with cute girls, yeah, the show has them in abundance. Not ecchi though at all. I should just be clear. They're just cute doing cute things. But it's not what I wanted it to be. And I'm finding myself behind 2 episodes now at this point. And it's probably going to be, I alluded to this earlier. Casualty. It's probably going to be the one that kind of falls off the wayside. If you're looking for a show that's animation is kind of stilted and janky, boy, do I got the show for you.
Okay.
It's not bad. Like, I don't want to say like this is a bad show. It's just in a season where we've got great shows like the Apothecary Diaries and Shirley, Umamusume, stuff like that. This is obviously on a lower tier, despite having cute girls. I might check out the manga, maybe, but the anime I'm probably going to drop. So no, I'm not continuing. Would I recommend it? maybe if you're just looking for something to throw on, maybe. It's not offensive. It's not offensive. It's just not great. Yeah.
I think that's kind of what I sort of expected from it. I think.
Yeah.
Like it's not terribly bad. It's still sitting at a 65, which I feel like that's probably where
I feel like that's apt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jalian, that was a short one from me. Why don't you tell me about I don't know. I can't come up with a segue. Tell me about the next show.
I think the next show is Mike's.
I'm sorry.
Cole, the color grading is on our bodies.
It's bloody simple, Cole. There's 3 colors.
I get confused. I'm gifted in other ways.
Cole, you can literally look at us for the color grading.
I can't though.
Not everyone can be a hero, but the show I'm going to talk about is the show that's based on the Chinese Jay, help me. Donghua.
There you go.
Donghua. Or is it? It might be an original, actually. I don't know.
It is an original. It
based
has
on the series of the To Be Hero series.
Yeah, it's a part of the series To Be Hero, but it's kind of also its own thing. Like it doesn't you don't need to watch the other To Be Hero stuff to enjoy this show.
Yeah, they're all their own thing. And To Be Hero X is the show we're talking about. So we should say the name specifically. And it is a Chinese ONA that is in this season. And frankly, like I feel like X and all that has kind of been blowing up about this show. And for good reason. It's actually pretty good. The interesting thing is that it's a Chinese property, which is a different vibe altogether, obviously. So like if you've watched Link Click, which all 3 of us have, it kind of feels Link Clicky, and that's because Studio Lan is participating in this one.
It's also the same
thing
director.
that doesn't the thing that is not Link Clicky is the main characters are superheroes that are like powered by social media, basically. It's kind of the easy way to think of it. Like they get their powers directly through people who believe in them. And then the other thing that is not very Link Clicky, before I let Jay speak, is that it is full 3D CG animation, except for certain scenes where it dives back into 2D animation for emphasis, which is an interesting move and kind of cool, actually.
From what I've heard too, it's also kind of like Into the Spider-Verse in that way, where like every character you look like every character's perspective, because it's going to have a lot of different superheroes that it's going to follow. Every different character is going to have a different animation style. So the main character that we started with will have that all 3D thing, and then I think we're going to another character in the next episode, and that's going to have a different style. So it has a lot of different stylistic switch ups and things like that. It looks really good.
It does. The only thing is like the CG style of it, I feel like it looks good, but it's jarring at first. Like when you switch on this from watching an anime, it takes a second to adjust, and I feel like a lot of people won't make it past that second to adjust.
It's like what back in the day when you would watch a 3D movie where like you the 3D would happen, you'd be like, oh, this is weird, and then like your eyes would kind of adjust after a bit.
Yeah. Once you're used to it, it's all good. But yeah, they're superheroes. They're powered by like people who believe in them, and like they're all kind of similar to like The Boys, and like it's this new trend with superheroes where like they're not what you think they are, you know? Like they might not want to necessarily be superheroes, or like they're kind of just like, it's like a fake identity that they have to uphold against their will, sort of, a lot of them. And unraveling that aspect is kind of interesting. And it's kind of a little bit episodic. Like each episode has like its main character, and then its antagonist, and then something happens and you kind of like get the solution. But there is also like a pretty convincing running thread throughout it. I would recommend it to anyone who wants to check out kind of a completely different something this season. Cause I feel like it's most people who check it out, if you're not thrown off by the 3D animation, are going to enjoy it. I think it's pretty likable. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I alluded to it when we were talking about Vigilantes, that there was another show that was kind of taking over the superhero zeitgeist, and this is that show. I feel like a lot more people are flocking to this, and Vigilantes is kind of being left by the wayside. And I think to a certain degree there is good reason for it. I'm intrigued because it's the show, from what I've seen so far, is not afraid to pull its punches and is like willing to go to certain places that probably My Hero Academia wouldn't.
I would say for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and also like
yeah.
I think it just has a really, really cool power system because like the characters get their powers based on how the public sees and believes in them. So like if like there's this one character that like everyone is like he will never like he'll always be standing no matter what. And he kind of gets his power from that, but because of that, he can never like not be standing.
Like he literally sleeps standing up.
He literally sleeps standing up. He if he drops the soap in the shower, that's it. Game over.
Game over.
He's done. He's toast.
He's toast. And I think like that's a really, really cool idea.
It's a cool take on the superhero genre for sure.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's not as doom and gloom as like Unbreakable or what's the other? Sorry, I was thinking Invincible or like The Boys is.
Yeah.
It still has like that very like kind of dark undertones and like a bit of gore too.
Yeah.
For sure.
And like I've heard it's going to get darker, but like as of right now, it's pretty like
how can
light with a hint of darkness.
They just know.
How could people? They just know. Like, how do they know it's going to get darker?
Because the director said that in an interview.
Okay, there you go. I thought they were
That'll
like somehow, reading the
No.
non-existent
No.
source material.
No.
It feels like it will, though.
Yeah. And yeah, I feel like if you're looking for something a little bit different, it's not super different. Like I feel like its writing is kind of like a little hit or miss, but like its style kind of makes up for that. So I'd recommend it if you're looking for something kind of in the vein of a link click or a solo leveling or something like that like you can just like kind of sit back and enjoy, I'd say.
Similar tone to Go Loser Ranger too. But yeah, I think we've covered To Be Hero X.
Yeah.
Will I continue it? Absolutely, Jay. It sounds like you're continuing it as well.
Yeah. The most recent episode also just ended on one of the most like insane cliffhangers. So like
yes, I'm waiting.
Oh, and Sawano's doing the music. I wanted to.
Oh yeah, Sawano.
Yeah.
That's
that's also another weird thing. They're collabing with Aniplex, which is a Japanese production company. So like it's a Chinese Japanese cross promotion.
It's a very interesting show for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Hanazawa's
in the Japanese
when they dive into like the 2D 3D blend are just awesome. It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for me. I'm going to shut up for the rest of the episode. Jay, tell us about can you believe that a boy and a girl can be friends or whatever the hell it's called? What's
can a boy girl friendship survive? No, it can't.
Well, it answered the question. It didn't even let me try to find that out.
I know,
well,
but like
right.
Yeah. So this show is the most recent in a long line of rom-com light novel adaptations. And it's about a boy who likes to make jewelry. And a girl who becomes friends with him when they're in middle school and is a model for his jewelry. And they're just friends. They said in middle school that they're just going to be friends, and that's it. And then
Shirley,
at the start of the story, another girl from the main character's past appears, and like some romance stuff goes on between the two of them, and all of a sudden, things come up. And will the boy-girl friendship survive?
No.
No,
they answered that part. They answered that, yeah.
Now, I do just want to point something out that will get Mike's Kokoro going doki doki. The main character's hair color is blue. Blue hair. Yeah, blue hair.
Oh.
Yeah. We're in. We're back.
Get me in.
Yeah.
Studio JC staff too. They usually
Studio JC staff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like this is another generic rom-com story, but like it's fun. And like we said this about I married a girl I hate in my class last season. Maybe it's not like the best show of the season, but like I'm enjoying my time with it, and I feel the same about this show. I'm just enjoying my time with it. I'm not really taking it super seriously because I know it's not really the most. I'm taking it for what it is because it's not the most technically excellent show. But like for someone who does like romance, there's stuff there to enjoy. And I think that that's kind of the takeaway I get from this is if you like romance, there's something in here for you to enjoy.
Right.
And this one does get a lot more melodramatic too with the teen melodrama. So if you want some of that, it's here too.
So you're continuing and
for sure.
Asterisk on your recommendation. It sounds
asterisk on the recommendation. Bold, italicized, underlined. Yes, continuing.
It seems like I feel like we get a show in this genre. I don't know what the genre. We need to come up with a name for this genre, but like it feels like every season we get a show like this. And I feel like if you like those shows like this, you already knew about this one, and you're like, "All right, that was already on my watch list. I didn't know it existed, but it was somehow already on my watch list."
Yeah, I've watched this a million times.
And
it sounds like it's going to be 1,000,001,
and I'm going to like it again.
Yeah, my final show that I'm actually watching, because the last 3 shows whatever. If this next one, how could I not watch this? These episodes are 3 minutes long. It should have been in the first half, to be honest, sequels, because it is Umayuru Pretty Gray. It is the quintessential chibi version of Umamusume. They should have been in the first half. What a fool I was. But it's all of the characters are all of the gray-haired horse girls. So you've got Ogre Cap, you've got Gold Ship, you've got Meijiro McQueen's, Saiyan Sky, Tamamo Cross. It's just, you've seen these shows before.
Is this on Crunchyroll or do you have to watch it on YouTube? I might check it out.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube too. Okay. So it's free, and it's 3 minutes long. There's only going to be 4 episodes. How could you go wrong? Do I recommend it? Yeah. Am I going to continue it? Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't you watch it? Watch it. What are you doing?
What, are you judging him?
Just go watch it.
Yes. Yeah. Don't watch it.
Go watch it.
Go
see.
I don't know.
Go see Gold Ship. She's in the first episode.
You only need to see Ogre Cap. That's it.
Ogre Cap's in the first episode too.
She's the only one that matters.
They come together and they work together.
Like Transformers?
Yeah.
Or Power Rangers when they make the Megazord?
Like Voltron?
Yeah, exactly. Like Voltron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or the Megazord. Yeah. Voltron or Megazord? Anyway, Jay, tell me about this next show.
The next show that we are talking about is the highly anticipated follow-up to Rent-A-Girlfriend.
People were asking.
Creator.
What will he do next?
Reiji Miyajima's the Shiunji Family Children.
The Shiunji Family Children. An anime to be sure.
An anime with honestly, I will give it its due. Character designs.
Yep.
Excellent waifus. Excellent waifus. And I think that's what he does best.
The college girl with like the short-haired college girl with the like one strand. Hell yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Short-haired college girl.
Yeah.
Like the one who's winking in the poster.
Just what color is there? Oh, the
orange.
The girl with the orange? Okay.
Orange, yeah.
They're color-coded.
Yeah, orange girl. Yeah.
Okay, orange. Okay.
Yeah. She looks good.
So basically, the premise of this show, if you were so interested, is about a group of siblings that all live together. And one day on the youngest sibling's birthday, the father gathers them all together and announces that they are all adopted.
So in other words, he fires the starting gun and they're all off to the races.
This is correct.
Despite the fact that they've all grown up together, thinking that they're siblings, the mere announcement of them not being actual blood related is enough to make them all go, oh, well,
None of
Good
that
thing we're
matters
not
anymore.
because
Yeah. And let me tell you, confessions happen almost immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna read
Well,
this one.
Why waste time? Why waste time?
I'm gonna watch this.
This one is actually on my watch list just because I did enjoy Rent a Girlfriend, and it seems like kind of a stupid fun show, even though it is like so heavily incestuous. It's but like
it like there's this whole soliloquy that one character has about like why is incest bad though?
Go on.
Like this show's so stupid, so like ridiculous, and like is probably a car crash, but like I can't look away.
Here's the thing though, like I feel like whatever his name is, the mangaka is steering into it where I feel like Rent a Girlfriend is trying too hard to be like serious, you know, where it's like this is just like we know what you're here for.
Yeah.
We know you got some weird kinks. Here you go.
Yeah,
you know,
you're kind of
look
a
at
weird
this
guy.
Yeah. What do you think of this? You like that girl with the orange hair? Yeah, I bet you do.
Single strand.
I wish
she's in college.
I wish she was in a better show because her design is really good.
Well, all of them. Like I'm looking at the poster. They all the character designs
are
look
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, no, they do have good.
Frankly,
designs.
Kind of like I said on your last show, Jay, the boy girl friendship surviving one or whatever. I feel like we get a show like this every season too. This is your generic harem trash, but it's probably if you're into that, it's probably pretty good. It kind of looks like one of the better ones, to be honest.
Shows like this are usually on like H anime though. So,
regrettably, Dogo Kobo's doing a good job with this show. I feel like resources are being wasted on this show, but you know what? I'm caught up on it. So what does that say?
Are they being wasted then? Or is it all for you, Jay? This show is for you. It's all for you.
It's all for you, Jay. So you're going to continue and you're giving a wholehearted recommendation.
I'm going to continue. Don't watch this. Unless you like Rent a Girlfriend, then maybe watch this.
Do not come. Do not come.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $20.
My final show that I'm going to talk about is a show I haven't even watched, but Jay's embarrassed himself. Yeah. So it's my turn. I saw a screenshot for Makina-san's A Love Bot, and I was like, that looks awful. I'm going to read the manga. And then I read the manga. And
how was that manga reading experience, Cole?
Very dumb. Very, very stupid.
Glowing review.
Are you caught up?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm caught up.
Oh, yeah. Just some quick one-handed reading, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, Mike, but you're not far off.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a robot, and the main guy likes robots, but she's like a love bot, but he doesn't care about that. He just really likes that she's a robot. So obviously it's super
classic
edgy.
story.
Yeah.
Classic.
Will I continue this?
No, you finished it, you said.
Yeah, I guess.
You said you finished.
Cole, say it.
Will I recommend this?
Obviously you will.
I finished. Will I recommend this?
Obviously you will.
You'll know. You'll know if you want to check this out. I don't need to tell you.
Yeah.
You want to watch this? Yeah. Anyway, we got one last show. Let's go from
Jake,
an absolute dog pile to a show that looks fairly interesting, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Zatsutabi. Yeah, I checked out the first two episodes of this show, and I feel like if you are watching mono and you're like, man, I want more Eurocamp, but also more mono, because like I feel like this is a blend of the two. This is that. It's basically about a mangaka who is struggling to get a serialization, taking a break from making manuscripts to go out and enjoy the different locales around Japan.
Yeah, it's a travel show.
Yeah, it's a travel show, and it's just
this show is brought to you by the tourism board of Japan kind of show.
Yeah,
we've all seen those shows.
Yeah. And I feel like, just to echo what we've said about a lot of the shows in this most recent lineup, if you I feel like we get a couple of these one or every season. One of these almost every season. And if you have any interest in it, you're probably already watching it.
Or you're like me.
Yeah. Or you're like Cole, where the bandwidth is too big. And let me tell you, Cole, if you want more, here it is.
Yeah. I'm already squeezed. My bandwidth is already filled.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try doing something a little bit different here as well. We decided we'll just kind of do our like 3 shows that we would recommend from this season, just to round it out. Do this in traditional AniPro order, guys? I think.
Sure. Yeah. It's kind of
Cole,
a
Mike,
recap
Jay.
of, like,
We can overlap. These are just the 3 shows that like we're like day one. These are the shows.
This is kind of like, look, we get it. You just went through a whole episode of us talking about shows. What shows, if we just like skim through, what are you like saying we need to check out?
For me, and Shirley, just really good show. I'm having a great time, and I understand where it comes from now. Umamusume Cinderella Grey. Again, it's Umamusume. I'm a fiend for my horse girls. And Mobile Suit Gundam, G-Quarks, Quacks, whatever. Great character designs, good action. It's Gundam and Hideaki Anno. Let's go. Yeah, those are my 3. What about you, Mike?
Excellent 3, Cole. In fact, I would say my 3 are a little different than yours. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do anything continuing because it's kind of a recommendation. Like people.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So I went with Anne Shirley as one of mine for sure because it's underrated. People should check that out. It's not that highly watched. It should definitely be higher watched. Second, I went with Country Bumpkin. I forget what the whole name is. Swordmaster Country Bumpkin or whatever the heck it's called. I feel like it's underrated this season. Not enough people are talking about it. It is not exactly what you think it is, and it is well worth checking out. Lastly, Witch Watch. Check out Witch Watch. That show is a delight, and I would recommend it to almost anyone. And I think almost anyone would find enjoyment out of it. So there's my 3. There's my 3 that I think you should check out.
The show's called From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, by the way.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
With a quick actually there. And actually tell us your
Well, you said you didn't know what the full title was, so I was like, here you go. Yep. Let's help Mike.
You've helped me. You've helped me grow as a person. I'm so much stronger now.
Jay, you know what would help me? If you answer this question.
You got us out of this dang episode and home.
All right.
To my sleepy bed.
My top 3 would be Umamusume Cinderella Grey.
Nice.
Yep.
Great sports anime. If you think that it's just waifus and weird, it's not. There's a lot more goodness to it than
to
that.
be clear, it is that, but also
kind of, yeah.
But also this.
I will put To Be Hero X on there. Very, very fun show that I feel like don't let the 3D CG put you off. There's more to enjoy from this show than what's on the cover. And I'm gonna round out my list with Ninja and Assassin Under One Roof. Mike recommended Witch Watch, and I wanted to spread my wings a little bit more just to cover more bases. But another really, really well done slice of life show that is really funny, really cute, and has a really good girl in it.
Honestly, all 9 of those are solid. Yeah. Oh, well, 8. Like 7? I don't know. There was some overlap there.
Yeah.
I think you and I overlapped, and Jay and I overlapped.
I think the only overlap was Anne Shirley.
And Shirley, and Jay and I did with Umamusume.
So yeah.
So 7 shows. All of those, I would say solid list. I'm kind of kicking myself. You guys picked a couple shows that I was. Oh well, whatever. Who cares anymore? I I gotta use the bathroom again. We've got reviews coming up. Our next manga review is Gachikuta, followed by The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Our next anime review is Beyond the Boundary. I win once again, gentlemen. I'm not gonna hold it over you guys or anything. It's gonna be, I don't do that.
Cole, instead of holding it over me, maybe you should thank me because I accept.
I accept victory with grace, and
you're welcome.
What can I say? I'm a humble guy.
Cole, you're welcome.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you,
humble
Jay.
guys trying to out humble each other right now.
Thank you so much for listening.
Cole.
Jay, I'm about to humble you with my fist in your butt. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend about us. Whatever you do, it helps out the show. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people: Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Braindead B-Dog, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juzz, Mog, Uncle of Light, and new patron, Zaffron.
Ooh.
Saffron's a new patron. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks, and it really helps out the show. We're also on social media at AniProPod. Please join our Discord community to keep up with us and other listeners. Links to everything is in the description, or the website, AniProPod.com. Mikey, why don't you lead us in a round of bye-byes this time?
Well, I'm going to lead you guys in a round of bye-byes, but first, I'm going to lead us in a round of Cole. I feel like he really gave off a lot of why I oughta energy in this episode towards Jay. So I'm going to lead us first in a round of why I oughtas and shake my fist.
Why I oughta.
Why I oughta.
Right to the moon, Jay.
And Jay, we need you.
What have I done? What have I done?
Jay, we need you to give us a why I oughta.
Yeah.
Why I oughta.
Oh, good. That was good. And with that, bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.